You can fuck with that all day. Right.
Like a breakdown.
Oh, it'll be
haircut.
It'll be addressed.
Oh, it's
it'll
a
be
thing.
addressed.
It's like Josie and the Pussycat.
It's 30 seconds from being addressed at this point right now.
It's a thing.
Yeah. We're rolling. Are we rolling? We're rolling.
Lord of mercy. Hallelujah. This is the return of the Broad Street Breakdown. We've been gone for a minute. We have a special guest with us sitting in, my good friend Planetary.
Mira, ¿qué pasa?
It's Diversity Week.
Yeah, we've been going a minute. Yeah, well,
it's nice to be back now.
It is good to be back. We've been gone a minute. I was overseas for a quick minute, and then we record on Thursdays, and I don't know, last week or the week before, my good friend DJ Clips, who has been doing the halftime radio show for 18 years,
What up, E?
had his final episode of the show. So I, of course, had to go through and show love. Everyone was there. People I haven't seen in 20 years. It was a who's who of the last 20 years of...
I saw some pictures.
Of underground rap music. It's funny that there's this picture that's incredible that captures the whole night. Everybody's in it, from Large Professor to everybody's in it. And I was in the corner looking for a cup to put my goose in. So all you can see in the corner of the picture is like my tattooed arm and a bottle of goose.
I see.
Perfect. While everybody was, everybody was real concerned.
I'm looking at you now, and that's really all I see.
Somebody knew what they were doing when they took that shot.
There's a tattooed arm and a bottle of goose.
Absolutely.
So that was funny. Yeah, big up to Eclipse, man. One of the best. He's still DJing, obviously. He's still on he's still got a show on Sirius, Rap is Out of Control, and he's still spinning out in New York, and he's still obviously managing with Pay to Win Management. But basically what it came down to is he has 2 kids now, wants to spend more time with them, and doing a college radio show doesn't pay any money, you know what I mean? So it's 18 years of his life dedicated to just breaking records and artists. What more can you ask of a person? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, and prior to heading over there, I went to the Bronx to visit my friend.
And that's not just the show. You got to figure out how much preparation he puts
into
it.
Of course, and if someone sends him dirty versions, he makes the clean edits himself. I've been there with him while he's done it. So that's how dedicated he is if he likes a record. Wow. Prior to that, I was in the Bronx with my good friend Lord Finesse, DITC. To get some tracks for my new record. So I think we have like 3 songs together for my new record.
Wow.
Yeah, Ness and I chill. I went to his apartment and we had a couple drinks and we were just shooting the shit. He told me a lot of good Biggie stories. Obviously he was working with Puff and the Hitmen then, and working with Big. And told me a lot of really good Big stories. I guess it's not my place to tell them, it's his. And his work with Dre, lots of Dre stories. For people that don't know, he produced The Message on the 2001 Chronic record and did a lot of work with Dre. And of course, he discovered Big L. So he told me, it was sad to hear them, but just great Big L stories.
Wow.
One of the greatest right there. Wow.
Yeah, but it's good to hear them from Ness, because that was his, basically, again, these are really kind of Ness's stories to tell. I don't want to, some of the shit was personal, so I don't want to, like I said, but he should write a book, with the history and the history of DITC. So
Finesse is that dude.
Yeah, man. God. It was just it was on, and then we chilled at his apartment, so it was more of us bugging out. And DITC just to open up a brand new studio in the Bronx. So we went over there. We went over there afterwards, and he showed me around the studios.
Crazy.
Yeah, beautiful. So everybody's working up there. There's new DITC music. You know, all the original members. Obviously, L passed away, but Fat Joe. You know, I heard some stuff with Joe and AG and you know, everybody. Buck Wild, Showbiz. You know, they're all up there working. OC.
Wow.
So yeah, that's essentially between being.
You have a
overseas-
joint with AG.
what's that?
You have a joint with AG.
Yeah. I got a joint with A and OC on my record.
And OC, right?
But yeah, that's why we weren't here because I was overseas for a minute, and then I couldn't miss paying homage to E. You know, so we clipped. So Scott Stallone, what's up with you, my man?
Just, you know, things are good. Missed doing the podcast, but try to keep busy in the meantime. Doing some records with this friend of mine named Tim White. I think I mentioned him the last time. We're doing some dance records for this label called Armada.
I'm with that.
Yeah, and some crazy big DJs. He's got great management, but when I say DJs, I mean DJs, producers.
Yeah.
And if I say the names, then you know what I mean. Like people will know they have radio hits and shit.
Sure.
Whatever. So there's that. I'm working on a Danny Brown documentary now. There's somebody's doing a documentary of it. It's an official thing.
Everybody with their biopics.
Yeah, right.
Taking after Pete Jiggy.
Right. I don't know if it's going to be as funny as yours.
I like that he can't tell the difference between a
documentary
documentary
and a
biopic.
biopic. He somehow can't differentiate.
It's so nice to be back.
It is.
Wow.
It is. The fact that he thinks
All I'm saying is, if there's a fucking snowman in this documentary, my lawyers are going to be calling somebody.
All right, that was good.
I'll agree with that.
It's
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
it's
I would've
snowman
cut it
free.
out.
I'm pretty sure it's a snowman free zone.
Plan, what did you think about that? The Pablo's screenplay, man.
I can't fuck with Pablo at this point.
You could be in it.
I love him, man.
You could be like the shopkeep. I'll put you in it.
We'll find a role for you.
Yeah, I mean, and assorted other things. Pablo, what you been up to?
Professor Pablo, what's the word, man?
Excuse me. The new name now is Professor Fitness.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
I love how he
No, we
takes this.
don't.
I love how-
First of all,
I love how he takes this step back.
wait. Time out.
Talking to Professor Fitness?
No. The first thing we need to address is the hairdo that's on the top of your fucking head. Can we address this?
Oh, yeah.
No?
He,
Okay.
he has a boof on.
He's got a
Okay.
goof. He's got a quap.
It's like the Alan Thicke or something.
So,
To me,
the growing pains, you know?
he looks like the clerk in the 7-Eleven on 12th and Washington. To me, he's a
now you need
7-Eleven.
a picture that I do now.
Yeah,
It's kind
I'll
of
get it.
universal. You can kind of go, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
yeah.
looks like an Armenian. he looks like an Armenian that's selling stereos.
Right.
On Market Street.
Going
He's
to the business sale.
Hey, let me tell you something. See this here?
Yeah.
See this radio? It's 500, but for you, only 1,000.
And burner cell phones. And burner cell
Yeah.
Pagers.
Yeah.
And gold.
I think Planet's already regretting sitting in on this.
Absolutely.
He's already
So
ready
go
to
ahead, Mr.
tuck
Fit.
and roll.
Have your
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, Professor Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Say what you're gonna say.
Because you look really...
Mr. Hairdo.
Well, hey, man, it's a slow process. So I joined the gym, and then I quit the gym about 2 weeks later. I don't like fucking working out in front of people. It's nothing but the gym. But
So you had to join a gym to figure that out?
I hate people. I hate being in the exercise area with other people.
Yeah, well, get off your wallet and buy
So
some
then-
shit for home.
The
So then
real
I
deal
fucking-
is he was actually cruising the gym. He just got nobody to bite on it.
There was nobody living a cruising lifestyle at that
Dog,
gym.
there's no
That was
way
whack.
that you're not the guy that sits in the gym playing with his phone the whole fucking time.
No way, man. I'm
You
serious.
have to be that guy, though.
I'm serious.
You gotta-
so now,
Planet Fitness?
so fuck all that bullshit. Yeah,
Planet
yeah,
Fitness?
yeah.
So you were
the
there
gym
on
was
Mondays for
fine
the
and all,
pizza.
but I don't like doing
What?
the
What is
gimmick
it?
with the people.
Mondays they serve pizza at Planet Fitness.
Don't
Isn't
make
that
no
kind of
sense.
self-defeating?
That's a
No.
trap.
Oh, he was there every Monday.
It's a gimmick,
Free
you
pizza.
weirdos.
Oh,
Yeah,
stop
of
it.
course.
Come on.
So fucking,
No, it's
so
a
that
gym.
got
Why we
that got scratched. That got scratched.
He scratched that idea.
That got
that's
scratched.
scratched.
And then I met my savior, Coach Alexis.
Oh, that's
So now
my
she
niece,
does
my
the
niece.
beach body gimmick.
Uh-huh.
So I've been doing a 22-minute hardcore. She's been coaching me along the way. So it's 22-minute workout every day.
Beachbody Gym's your
Beach
new
body.
name.
Jiggy.
Beachbody Gym with the haircut.
With the booth on.
Do you play music during that workout?
No, he does the thing on the TV. You follow him, It's all like a army gimmick, so you get pretend like you're in the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Baywatch blow over here.
Yo, you pretend like this guy thinks he's a nom, man.
Yeah.
This guy thinks he's a nom.
You know what I'm saying?
From a workout.
Fucking boot camp blow.
Scott, you gotta keep your finger on that button.
Boot camp blow.
Yes.
It's like K9 Posse that beats military. You know what I'm saying? It's motherfucking crazy.
Wow. I mean, is that it, man? Is
That's it for the fucking. But Coach Alex has been helping me along the way, give me positive motivation. I'm gonna be trim and buff, and I was
How
mad
much you
upset.
paid for this fucking promotion?
It's a lot of. I paid a lot of money for this thing, but it's worth it. When you were investing in yourself, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh,
You're saying you're giving a free.
I'm saying
preacher now.
I'm saying by the summertime, that art museum, I'm gonna cut that time in half, and we're going back to art museum. I'm gonna run up the steps.
So it's gonna
cut
be
that time in half.
An 11-minute workout. Is that what
Still with the pickle juice. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it Philly. Let's keep it real. Still gonna use the pickle juice gimmick.
What is he
He's
talking
got
about? I don't know.
This is a fucking. It's a popcorn promo.
He is.
You know what I mean?
It is. It's a go get the soda.
But with the hair, so okay.
Get me a pretzel and
with
a
the hair, my barber went MIA, so my hair grew out. And once I found a new barber, I was like, fuck it. Since I spent all the time growing the hair, I might as well keep it. And now I post a picture online. All the gimmick girls say I'm the brat of the group. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm the new brat of the gimmick gang.
All right, fine.
what?
Take
What?
it easy.
The Brad?
They're calling me the brat.
The brat.
Yeah, I'm the brat of all you guys. You know
What
what, I'm
does
saying?
that
All right,
mean?
hold on.
You're the cute
First
one.
thing-
I'm the brat.
Is that a compliment?
He's the smart one. He's the smart one.
So you're like the brat?
What am I?
You're the tough one.
Hey.
See?
What is the
Now
brat?
you're on his side. Oh,
It's a boy band gimmick.
Yeah, we're a boy band.
But all the gimmick girls are
They're calling me the brat. You know what I'm saying?
but they like the bouffant? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. I'm a good boy, but I'm bad too. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to switch that to fucking.
This guy's lost his fucking mind, man. I'm a good boy, but I'm bad too. The fuck,
When you
man?
get this hair, you can do whatever the fuck you want, man.
I mean, I think it needs to grow a little bit before. I mean, you're really flexing your muscle.
I cut it yesterday. I went to the barber yesterday.
I mean,
bring
I'm
it
just
down a
saying,
little
you're
bit.
flexing your muscle like you're Samson, man. I mean, it's all right. It's like, it's my hair's not much shorter than that. I mean,
Well, I'm doing Jamaica in June, so I'm gonna keep the hair. I'm gonna cut it right before Jamaica.
He's got the headphones on the back of his head, like he's fucking.
I don't want to mess the gel up.
He's
You
a
know what I'm
like
saying?
he's over there.
Like he's Michael Bolton.
Wow.
You missed one. You missed one.
Like that. Thanks.
You're right.
I love Michael Bolton.
What did he say earlier? Give me the cans.
Give me the cans.
Cans.
That's industry speak.
All right, then.
He's not in the industry.
Moving right along.
Stevie
Let's,
Puerto Rico, what's the word?
I
man?
got
How you
nothing
live?
to follow that up. I'm
He's got no hair game.
I'm living
We
day to
know.
day. I got no hair. I got no haircut stories. I ain't working out for shit.
He doesn't look good in red. We found out.
I don't look good in red. That's a thing we found out.
Siggo's got a new shirt,
find
and
out.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
No,
it.
because I was talking about the Crown Court shirt, and I said, "Yo, that band's really dope." I said, "Where'd you get that?" And he was like, "Well, busted. They only had 3 designs. This one. Then there was a red one, and I look like a fucking goof in a red one."
Yeah, I
So
don't fuck with red. Like red just
He looks
don't
like
work for me.
He looks like the Red Cross logo.
Yeah, I'm the
Fucking
same with
pale
red.
body
I'm
and
the
the
same
you know
with
what I'm
red.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I can't even fight with that.
Man, we messed up red for me forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
she tried to play.
She
my
played
mom
me on
tried
a
to.
video. She's like, "You look stupid in that job."
No, she was like, "That John's small."
Yeah, it was like it was a bad angle,
That's the other thing I want to mention too.
but it was over. I've literally never wore a red shirt since.
Use bands out there that are making merch. Like stop not
shirt.
making big shirts for fat fucks like me. 3, 4, 5X, please.
I don't
We'll
Not
pay
me.
extra.
Not me. I'm
don't
dropping.
sell,
I'm
bro.
dropping
We don't
LBs.
care.
I'm dropping LBs. I'll take an XL.
Yo, man, how many pounds you lost?
You're not supposed to weigh yourself until next week, I think.
And there you have it.
I follow the rules. Whatever it tells me to do, I do. I
You
don't-
follow the rules because you're a square. See, it all
and-
comes back to square life.
This whole fucking thing he's outlining is the epitome of square
Yeah,
dad.
but what I'm saying though is even that part is square.
Absolutely. It's
Oh,
squared within the
I
square.
already got
Yeah.
an appointment. Jackie Brown, Chris Street Tattoo. My next tattoo is gonna be fucking right across the chest. It's just gonna say results.
Right across the
what?
what?
Right
Tress?
across the chest.
The tress.
Across the tress.
Yeah, you better spell it right.
First
Something's
off,
there. The where am I getting
Yo,
it? Where am I gonna
somebody
get
gimmick up a picture
trend.
of that dude the Goodbody guy and put Pablo's head on it. Pablo Goodbody. Remember that dude from back in the day with he wore the gimmick that had like the insides of him?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
come
what you're
on.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. He had like
His
a
name was
flesh
like-
bodysuit with all the organs
with
and
all
shit.
your organs.
His name was like Asshole Goodbody or something. So this whole, Winchester's goes, you're old enough to know who the fuck that is. But gimmick that up, man.
Gimmick that up. Planetary, what up, man? Thank
What's
you for
going
coming
on?
by and visiting us.
Oh, I'm in the building, man.
We appreciate you
Yes,
stopping
I am.
by.
I'm all the way in the building.
We know you're being a little quiet over there, playing on your
cool.
phone like always. you know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I mean?
I'm cool. I'm just texting the wifey, man. Tell
What's
her
going
I'm
on
good.
with you, man?
That's right, check
I'm
in.
good, man. I'm good.
What's
Check
going
in.
on with outer
Actually,
space?
I just, it is what it is. You know? Almost done, though. That's
Y'all
all I
working
can
on
say.
Lost in Space,
Yeah,
right?
we're literally lost. in
All I
space.
know is there's like 40 songs in a folder.
We got like 5 more and we'll be done.
Double album.
That's good. That's
We'll be
good.
done. Nah, no double albums, man.
Double
I
vinyl?
ain't got no time for that, dog. But other than that, yeah. You know, I had a few days off. I had a piece of metal fuck my eye up.
Seriously?
It cut my lens all up.
At the
Your
job?
eyes
So
all
it took a
red.
few days, yeah.
Get a patch gimmick?
He wanted to give me a pass.
That's
dog.
heavy.
Oh, you should do that.
What do you
I
mean?
said, my
The
man,
gimmick.
I don't do that type shit.
Get
No,
a
the
slick,
Slick Rick-
fucking
the Slick Rick gimmick.
yeah.
Nah, slick spick.
Yeah, Slick Smith.
I didn't.
I just took the days, man. I said I'm gonna just take a few days and just have some fun.
Oh, you should have done
lot of
that.
dollars.
Choice a
man.
patch or a few days.
No, it was both. But he was just like,
No, they take care
no,
of
the
him.
reason was he was just like, yo, I just put like 1,000 drops in your eye. You're not gonna be able to like see once you get into the
Right.
sun. And I was like, it's fine. I'll just drive blind. And I drove basically with my eyes closed for like 5 minutes.
That sounds like some Gavin
That's
shit.
good.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I don't want to know. I ain't walking.
I'd rock the patch, and then I'd put a parrot on my
I just
shoulder.
drove
Absolutely.
with one hand over to John, dog. I was cool until I got home, and then it went away after a few hours.
That's cool.
All right.
All right.
All right, then.
I take a little medicine, nothing
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
And then I figured Easter's Monday, I get another day. So
Oh, you get
good.
another gimmick for that?
yeah, I got like a Vegas.
A little Vic Kids?
dog, yeah.
All right.
That's official pistol right
Ain't
there.
nobody mad
yeah.
at that.
Nobody's mad at
Other
you.
than that, yeah.
Don't let them be mad at you, man.
No,
You're nuts.
no,
You're
no.
crazy.
I do me either way. You know how I get down.
OG.
Yo.
Lot of mercy. Everything Irie soldier.
Yeah, always, man.
That's a fucking lie already.
Come on, man.
Can we get
I
a
already,
beat?
I already fucking got it today. I'm in a bad mood, man.
What's the meter
Hey, what
at?
did you write back? Me too.
That's not true. Well, that may or may not be true.
What's your meter at today?
what's the mood scale?
Well, here's the question about the mood meter, or the mood scale thing.
He had to put the lokes on.
Yeah.
Is
I saw that.
the mood scale is 1 to 10? Is 1 good or 1 bad?
What's bad?
That's what we couldn't figure
What's
out.
bad?
No, I don't know. I don't know that they seem to
I would
know.
say
I don't
one
know.
is. I would think one would be good.
I think 10 is when you're the most heated.
Right. So
See,
one would be.
oh, I
like,
Can we
thought
take
10 was the
this
most
is what I'm
bad
saying.
mood. What
There's
do you
all kinds of
think?
confusion,
most heated.
Okay, well then
and I
let's
need
fix
help.
the scale.
So let's do that.
So one would mean you're in an amazing mood?
Yeah,
Is what I'm
that's
saying?
One is
no.
green, 10 is red.
Well, there's no amazing mood, right?
Planet, you
No.
So one is like you're cool, but you're not great.
Well, it's all
And then
relative
and then
to the
10
average
is like-
It's
scale.
all, yeah,
10's like
Gavin's
I'm
scale
fucking-
is different than most.
Right.
right. the
Like
scale's
Plan never had a. You know them people that go never had a bad day in my life. Planet's one of them.
I don't have time.
I
for
suppose.
bad
I don't know
days.
what
no,
that is.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you that that's how he gets down.
It
was
it's to
handed
the point
down-
where I annoy people.
Yeah, I can see that.
No
If you,
shit.
if you meet his mother,
just got
his
annoyed.
father, you see where it comes from.
Wow. I'm mad envious of that.
His mom is
I
the
give
best.
you some
His,
of mine.
his
Yeah.
pop is the. It's incredible.
All right, so 10 means you're boiling over.
Okay, is that what it
Yeah,
is?
so what are you at now?
4.
Oh, that's nothing.
Wow.
Oh, four's
Yeah,
good
I'm all
then.
right.
You're good.
I only had one thing during the time we were off. I had a thing, a little
had
bit of a
it?
thing.
You had
The man of the people?
I had a
You had
little
a
bit of a
thing?
deal.
Uh-oh.
I like this. I like where this is going.
So when I go pick up the kids from school,
He just goes in.
I'll fucking. I sometimes I stop at this Dunkin' Donuts and like I don't know about other places in the world. Like I don't know what the Dunkin' Donuts in like Uganda's like or whatever. But
Are there
the
any
Dunkin'
there?
Donuts, yeah, there's a couple.
There's a couple.
Yeah, I
Not
think so.
Uganda.
The Dunkin' Donuts in Philly
Uganda
are like a
runs on Dunkin'
fucking
Donuts.
magnet for fucking degenerates.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know if it's like that everywhere else in the world, but it's definitely like that here. So I stop at this one on 16th and Washington, which is particularly shitty.
I know
you know the one.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I do too.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, like it's a fucking deal.
It's a scene in there.
Yeah.
Because the rest of Washington is a ghost town at that hour, and that's the only.
It's not though, because this is like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm picking the kids up. You know what I mean? I fucking go in here. It's 20 after 2. I got 10 minutes because I got schedule. Like 10 minutes, I got to be back in the fucking car
Clock's
to get the kid.
ticking.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
dig it.
Okay. Yeah. Plans with me. So, so I walk in, and in there, in line is, okay, wait. At a table is like a cracky, crazy, older gentleman.
Cracky.
He's cracky, but he's a gentleman. I like
He's
that.
cracky and he's crazy. Okay? So I'm first in line. Behind me is 2 fucking frat boys, and behind them is a guy who got out of a cab. He's a cab driver. Dig? Something's going on behind the scenes where I'm being held up here. Like, I'm first in line, but I'm having to wait, and I'm looking at the fucking clock, and I'm like, motherfucker, you got 3 minutes, like, or else it's fucking on. Cracky crazy gentleman comes up and says, "No, well," he says, "Hey, you got." I was like, "I don't know, man. Maybe on my way out. Like, I'm just trying to get my fucking coffee and my goddamn 2 chocolate frosted donuts. You know what I mean?" So this motherfucker, then he goes to the frat boys. The frat boys are like, nah, whatever. He goes to the cab driver and he says, "Hey, man, you got a gimmick for me, whatever." Cab driver says, "Fuck you, motherfucker. I'll fucking fuck you. Don't ask me for fuck." So now,
Oh yeah.
me being man of the people now, I say, "Oh, no. This doesn't happen on my fucking watch." So I say, "Motherfucker, who you fucking talking to? This motherfucker ain't bothering you. Fuck you, man.
This motherfucker.
Ain't bothering you."
Ain't bothering you.
Because in all honesty, man, cracky crazy gentleman ain't my fucking friend either. But you know what? He's more my friend than this motherfucker who got out of a cab because I don't like cab drivers.
Neither do
Fuck
I.
you.
The man of the people doesn't have a day off. You're always on.
He's all right. He's always
Now,
working.
The only people who drive a cab now, or people who
you're
can't
more than
drive
a
for
4
Uber.
now that the story.
I mean,
So if you're still a cab driver, it just means something's fucking wrong.
look, man, go be a cab driver. You know what I mean? But don't get rowdy on fucking cracky crazy gentlemen on my fucking watch. Like, and we're all on my watch because I'm still waiting for my fucking coffee and 2 donuts.
Yeah, the whole joint's on your watch at this point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And the cracky crazy guy is also named Bob. Got to remember that.
Yeah.
Every story.
Right. So
Fucking hell, man.
I'm yelling and screaming now, causing a fucking ruckus. Cracky crazy guy, gentleman Bob, goes back to the table because he's oblivious to everything. But now it's on with me and Cabby, and Cabby's looking at the floor. He ain't having it. But in the meantime, frat boys in the middle think I'm talking to them.
Nice.
Frat boys say, "What, man? We just fucking said no." And I was like, "Motherfuckers, let me tell you something. If I was fucking talking to you, you'd fucking know I was fucking talking to you. Keep your fucking mouth shut before you're hearing it next, motherfucker." Yeah. And now everybody in the fucking Dunkin' Donuts is looking at the floor. And here comes fucking Helen, the fucking Dunkin' Donuts lady, and says, "Hi, what can I get you?" Like, she's just in the back.
Yeah, she was
doing
doing the
whatever she was
gimmicks.
doing. So she don't know anything's going on.
Right.
So she's like, hey, so I was like, "Give me a fucking coffee and 2 extra cream, regular sugar, and the 2 chocolate frosted gimmicks. Motherfucker, let's go."
Better be hot.
She gives me the
And
deal.
Helen, this shit better be hot. Helen.
Yeah. So she gives me the fucking change. I walk over to the table and give cracky crazy gentleman Bob all my change. I'm not going to tell you the bill I gave him.
Damn right.
I gave Helen in the first place, but I gave him all the change. And I was like, "Here, motherfuckers, that's what you fucking do." Frat boys are leaving. They give him the fucking money. I don't know what happened to Cab. Cab guy went to the bathroom, I think,
didn't
because
do
he was
shit.
out.
Yeah,
Fuck
right.
him.
Yeah, fuck him.
That's my story for the fucking break.
Impressive.
MOTV.
I know.
How was the coffee and how was the donuts?
Yeah, it's fucking mediocre, man. It's like I'm on my way. Like, I just got to get a coffee. You know what I mean? Like, I could park the gimmick up at school and walk to the other fucking place, which is good. But I was like, nah, I'd get a fucking
Parking to get out.
Like,
and
it
to
just
walk.
gets you fucking by. You know what I mean?
The Dunkin' near
Sure.
me is like is next to a drug joint, drug rehab joint.
Of course it is.
Methadone clinic
Right.
in that place, man.
Oh yeah.
Let us know if other Dunkin' Donuts in the world are fucking like this, because like that's what Philly. Like, you're going to Dunkin' Donuts, like, you're probably fucking stabbing somebody. Like, that's just part of the
They
deal.
might sell
And I had
donuts there.
See, but I had a
Dunkin'
10
at all costs, bro.
I had a
I do,
10-minute
really. He's
window
right about that shit.
of get my coffee, get my donuts, stab whoever, get back in the car, and get back on the fucking street so I can park up at the fucking school.
Yeah, sure. You left enough time.
Like 10 minutes, man.
Right.
You
Including
can
the
get a
stabbing.
stab in a coffee.
That's plenty,
You would think, but fucking Helen was in the back.
plenty of time.
What the fuck was she
What
doing
was
in the
Helen
back?
doing at that time?
Helen
man?
was probably serving
You know what she was
drive-thru.
doing? At that particular Dunkin' Donuts, they make donuts on the premises. Now,
What?
some of them,
Big deal.
okay,
That's
the
the
one
deal,
by
man.
us
Yeah.
down in
Yes.
down the joint, they make them on the premises, and so does 16th in fucking
One is-
Washington.
So CVS does. The
On
one
prem.
at the
They make them there, and then the trucks pull up at like 2 a.m. They load up the trucks and bring them to the other fucking shitty ones.
shit.
I
Yeah.
once went to a Dunkin' Donuts in the middle of the like
Like the B team Dunkin' Donuts.
not the
gets-
middle of the like towards the end of the morning, like 10 o'clock when I was living in the South, and fucking ordered donuts, and they looked at me they're like, "Nah, we're out of them." I'm like, "Your name is because I didn't know the gimmick.
Sometimes they're out of
We
them.
have no donuts."
But
So you went into a
Sick-
donut shop and
Then-
they
He
didn't
and
have
they-
wanted
donuts.
fucking natural.
They
What are
stone
called?
looked at me.
What's the ones he likes? What are the ones you like?
Oh, the old fashioned, the plain cake
He
donut,
went 3 in the morning to get a fucking old
the
fashioned.
Great Depression.
Yeah, they
deal.
only make one
Black
of those
coffee,
a day.
Fucking disgusting.
Black
Oh,
coffee,
wait,
and
how do you even
old-fashioned
know
donut.
that?
because he puts it on the
went,
gimmick.
I forget. We went. I think it was Jan first.
That sounds
we
like
went
a
to go
Jan
visit
thing.
Emilio
Uh-huh.
with Jan, and we went to a Dunkin' Donuts, and we got normal shit, Boston cream.
Sure,
glaze.
yeah. All the
Jan
with
was
chocolate
like, let me
in
get what is it? An old fashioned donut.
I fuck with
And
the
I'm
old
like-
fashioned.
Yo,
I'm
man.
like, yo, my man, did you just get an old fashioned donut though?
Like, why don't you just get a
Yeah,
dirt
it's good.
donut?
Why
Like,
don't
yo,
you
give me a dirt donut
Why don't you
and
just-
some fucking warm
And I want
water.
to say he didn't have a coffee.
Now that's
His whole
fucked
thing was
up.
like, you got to dip the
Wow.
coffee. No, I guess he did.
Nah,
that
I
joint
think
us some
he,
water?
he
Coffee.
drinks coffee. I mean, the thing is,
How do you get old
I mean, this is kind of an insular conversation because people don't know Jan or who he is. But if you know who he is, this isn't a shocker.
Not
Yeah.
for him, but then when I posted it, fucking Mr. Chime, he chimed in like, "Oh, I love the old fashioned."
Love the
Well,
old
then you
fashioned.
get into the food gimmick. Him and Gavin only get plain scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I eat like 4 things.
Plain scrambled eggs with
Can't live
hash
like that,
browns. Eats the scrambled eggs. Doesn't touch the
And
hash.
everything,
we've
everything
addressed
you
this
eat is
before.
probably beige.
I changed the hash browns to the
It's like
mashed
always
potatoes.
breakfast.
Yeah, because I
after you
innovated.
fucking.
I innovated it.
I mean, it is what it is.
You are an
I
innovator.
was the innovator of changing sides.
You know, I mean,
That's another topic
donut
for another day.
technology has come so far. Like, I think, you know what
I
I mean?
mean, I ain't saying I don't like other donuts, but like I like a cup of black coffee and an old fashioned
Man, get the
donut.
fuck out of here with that bullshit.
You look like an old fashioned.
Like they're like, no, you don't want this.
That was uncalled for.
Like, listen, I gotta be
mad
there.
at that.
I gotta like,
How dare you?
be there to see if he really does it. I can't believe nobody till I see it, but I saw Jan do it.
I mean, I've been seeing Sicko
he
eat
ordered it.
strange
And
for
I'm like, why
years.
did he
Him
do
and
that?
Gavin been
My
eating
brother.
strange for like. Gavin eats ziti and coffee.
What the fuck is wrong with?
Ravioli.
Ravioli.
Meatballs.
Remember when me, you
Bagels.
and your wife and the kids were in Chinatown and you were
Cheesesteak.
like, "What are you eating?" And he just sat there.
Cheese
and drank a
sandwich.
Coke.
Nothing. Oh,
Nothing. Yeah, you don't fuck with Chinese.
Neither do you.
No, I do. I eat one thing.
I don't go. I can't go.
What is that, Sicko? Sesame chicken.
Sesame
That's
chicken
what my
all day.
boyfriend eats.
Oh, of
Chicken
all the
last night.
It's the
Chinese?
only thing I'll ever eat from Chinese. Only thing.
Bizarro world, man.
Why not, like, something safer and more
Chinese
beige?
gimmick around me, they're mad
That's
at me
fine
now
with me.
because like on the
'cause that's some
menus,
weird
it'll say,
shit.
like if you
Yeah,
spend $30
it's all weird shit.
or $40, you get like a free.
Yeah, free egg
So
roll,
now
free
I'm
da
like,
da da.
Yo, with the 40, because I spend like 70 on
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's over 40, dog. Don't I get the combo, John? He's like, yeah, what do you want, man?
Well, that's like when
I
you
utilize my situation. Yeah, I
when you
utilize the
call
menu,
and get
man.
the delivery, like I have 2 go-to Johns, and both of them have the sneaky deal. Like if you go over like 25, you get a free.
You get a free soda, a free wonton,
Right.
a free leg roll.
But
whatever.
they ain't telling you.
No, you gotta
be
call-
like,
you gotta check.
So,
No, you got to check
No, that's
them
melting.
out.
Why the fuck you gotta tell them?
Right.
Like,
It's
why don't
tr-
they ask you?
It's
I'm
true,
like, yo,
but
just
it's
chill,
that's
yo.
the. I mean, if somebody if you
very
say if you
snappy.
ask somebody for $10 and they give you a 20, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're gonna tuck it unless it's your man.
You know, Pablo Chipo's asking for that all day.
I mean, you're asking for shit that shouldn't be there.
I
You're
want
like,
the duck sauce. I want the.
You're
He
like,
wants
throw
the
it-
cash equivalent.
he wants extra duck sauce. He wants the extra gimmicks, the little crackers. Because
I'm
he'll
getting
put
them.
them
Right.
in the fucking kid's
In the
fucking
lunchbox.
lunchbox.
For snacks.
I ain't paying for chopsticks. I got 10 kids. I need 10 fortune cookie.
No, you give me 5 fortune cookies and make each one of them have 2 fortunes.
I like that.
Broad Street Breakdown is being brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo. Crescent Street Tattoo, 4371 Crescent Street, Philly, PA, 19127. Facebook.com/Crescent Street Tattoo. IG, Crescent Street Tattoo. Email, crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. Website, crescentstreettattoo.com. And also by Stevie Puerto Rico's book, No Slam Dancing, No Stage Diving, No Spikes, an Oral History of the Legendary City Gardens. Brought to you, written by our good friend, Miss Amy Yates Wolfing and Stevie Puerto Rico. Onto something a little bit more somber.
Seems like every show now we gotta do.
Yeah,
We
unfortunately.
gotta take a minute. Like something about this year, I don't know.
Yeah, the last 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's like
2016, man.
For real.
We lost a hip hop legend in Fife Dog from A Tribe Called Quest. A huge influence on me since the first record, since I first heard Q-Tip on the promo Black is Back by Jungle Brothers, but then People's Instinctive, and then onto Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders. We were talking before the mics went on, planning the days of groups, and you know that it's sort of everybody's solo now, or you know, and it's just solo with guest artists, and they were a true group. I think they met in like kindergarten or something.
Yeah.
So you have he was 45 years old, basically a result of diabetes. Obviously, Tribe fans know he said, you know, when's the last time you heard a funky diabetic? So it's obviously been something that's plaguing him for a majority of his life. Those records meant a lot to me. I think Fife, well, Can I Kick It? I mean, how many records do you think, Plan, he was on the first record? Not many. Maybe three or four verses.
I would say something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, and then they let him, you know, he showed his ass a little bit more on Low End Theory and by Midnight Marauders.
Yeah, he was in.
You said, again, off mic, you said something to me, not to downplay his contributions to Tribe, but like you were basically like, is he the best second man of all time? And I'd be hard pressed to think of anyone better.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
did it all night, and I'm like, everybody I thought of, I'm like, it's
yeah,
not-
because
it's
you
not
think
even
of
close.
like you think of Vinny from Naughty, like
Yeah.
very dope, great hype man. You think of Flavor Flav, like you know, incredible hype man. But you're not
Yeah.
thinking of like, classic
verses,
contributions and verses.
The only one that somebody mentioned that like Prince Poe was dope.
But see, I think a lot of those dudes was like equals, like equal mic time.
Yeah, equal mic time.
Fife, it wasn't Fife on every joint with Tip. It's like EPMD, they're every joint.
Yeah.
Organized, they're every joint. Jungle Brothers, every joint. De La, you know, through the course of their entire careers, there's a couple solo joints. But for a majority, it's every joint.
Yeah.
It's Tribe didn't really function that way. You know what I mean? I always kind of respected like, you know, if you hear from people like Bob Power who worked on those records or closely, it was just kind of like, yo, they did whatever they felt was right for the records. You know what I mean? I know for me, like another thing with Tribe, I feel like they kind of made kids that were a little bit weirder or thought outside the box. It made those kids feel like it wasn't corny to be weird.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it's like, all right, think of what we had pre-Tribe. It was
the way
like,
they dressed and everything.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whether it
Native
was
shit.
dreads or African garb or a different slang or sampling things that people hadn't.
No doubt.
Before that, because you had James Brown loops and Parliament loops, they started sampling Lou Reed. They started sampling rock records.
Yeah, jazz rap.
Jazz record. I mean, the rock and jazz shit, the digging is a huge contribution.
Absolutely.
And Fife was a part of all of that, and But yeah, I wanted to make it a point, and that's not about white kids, but black kids and Latinos that thought a little bit outside the box and maybe listen to Bad Brains or maybe listen to reggae or maybe listen to Fishbone. They were like, oh, all right, not everyone's on some Gold Chain hard rock shit,
right?
And it made it all right. Like, oh, I'm not a cornball for thinking a little bit differently.
Right.
Once Native Tongue came, you know what I mean? So, for me, they were just a huge part of, especially our age group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how old the people are that listen to us. You know what I mean? They vary.
It varies, yeah.
But I mean, they're these records that I'll bet if I started asking you about where were you when you heard Check the Rhyme, you could probably tell me, oh, I was watching it with Crip on BT at this house. They're that kind of group. Yeah. You remember where you heard, I left my wallet in El Segundo. Mm-hmm. Where did you hear Can I Kick It? Oh, shit, that's the Lou Reed loop. I remember hearing that on my aunt's record player, and now they're rapping over it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if there was anything like you wanted to say.
They changed it being one way. For real. Like, everything was hard until...
Yeah.
They changed it.
Like, hard posturing, too.
Right.
Like, the
early 90s, so it wasn't like 94, 95. It was 90, 91.
Yeah, 89 even. Yeah, because you had Jungle Brothers first, you know, and they were on that, like, Motherland dreadlock shit.
Once they hit the surface, everything went all kind of ways.
Yeah, and Tribe also...
Like, oh, shit, we could do it, too.
It literally went from, like, gold ropes.
Or, you know what I mean? Yeah.
To,
but think of how you and I think of how highly we hold De La, right? And how brilliant they are. But Tribe, everybody likes Tribe, though. When I was putting I OD'd on paying Five homage, you know, because they meant that much to me. And they were like, white girls, like, this album was the soundtrack to my 9th grade or something like that. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, they crossed over big time.
Right,
Huge crossover.
But we talk crossover, we have to clear up that we don't mean crossover like...
Yeah, like sold out.
Sold out. We mean crossover like... They were universal. They were like skater girls that loved that record.
It was crossing over into different subculture stuff.
Exactly.
It didn't matter what party you would at. You would fucking hear it.
But skaters love skater kids. You know what I mean? Like, people are coming out the woodwork that don't comment on hip hop on my shit.
I think everybody knows the scenario. Everybody that I know in my life.
Man, I'm gonna be real. I think everybody knows Low End Theory.
Yeah. I would imagine. I mean, that's...
If you're a subculture, like, you know, again, we reiterate that Gavin and I talked about this show when we first wanted to do it. It was subculture / counterculture. I think anybody involved with there were like dreadlock, nose rings, house music chicks that I know that would play.
Yep.
That would play Tribe in their whip. You know what I mean? That only listen to house and jungle and trance.
I mean, summer that Low End Theory was out, my memories are riding around in a stinky van with a bunch of punk rock skaters, and that tape over and over and over again, and everybody loved it. There was no, yeah. And I mean, again, think about it. Like you could say about that group that they've authored at least one almost perfectly flawless album. Like,
yeah, I mean, to me, they have 3.
Sure.
But I mean, again, that's like some hip-hop nerd shit, and I could go into all these reasons why.
Certainly.
That I'm not going to right now. But you know what I mean? To me, they have... And then they have a good 4th album, and then, like, after that, they lost me. But that's not why we're here.
Nah.
Talking about this. But I mean, I know, like... The People's Instinctive, right after that is when we met. So we were already close by the time Low End Theory came out. I remember that, and I remember the day Midnight Marauders came out. We were in your whip when you had the in Jan's whip when he had that blue Cutlass or whatever it is, and we scooped you, and you got in the back seat, and I just handed you the tape, and you were like, yeah, because you didn't know it came out that day.
Yeah, you just stare at the fucking album cover and you just fucking one song. I mean, there's like you said, like Phife did it. Like, he made, in my opinion, 2 flawless albums. Of course, everything was great, but he succeeded. He could definitely die a done man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I love every Jedi record, but I don't know if you could say yourself personally, I made a flawless record, I can die now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't.
The world can say, Midnight Marauders and Low in Theory were two perfect albums.
I agree.
That will live on forever.
I agree with that. And you saw this outpouring. I don't know if anybody in the room saw this really like nerdy white guy, traffic
guy.
reporter.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that
That
Like
was
I had
great.
almost that shit almost brought me to tears.
Absolutely.
Questlove just tweeted whoever that guy was like, yo, this was the best thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
everything
tweeted
that
out like,
was
yo,
put
respect to this guy who could have lost his job
Sure.
because he wasn't making any sense to the average
Yo,
person
when he
at home.
said, yo, is it ludicrously speedy or infectious with the slow-mo?
Did you see it, Gavin?
I was like, yeah, it's infectious with the slow-mo.
I know you're being quiet because you're not a huge Tribe fan, but what this guy did, he's like probably my brother's age, like mid-40s, nerdy traffic guy.
Okay.
And he weaved in all of Fife's lines into the traffic report.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Like over 3 minutes, not like one line.
Yo, and then he had other people involved.
Then he had, then he sent it back to the dude, and the dude like went with it.
Yep.
He's like,
That's
you on
all right.
point? You know,
He was like, "You on point?" Blah blah blah. And he's like, "I'm on time."
Yeah,
like
yeah. The helicopter dude was in it. The anchor person was in on it.
Yeah,
It
there
was
was
like-
there's this one.
with the slow-mo right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the fucking best thing
It was.
Yeah, there's like with this one like nerdy white lady who doesn't know what's going on, but the other three dudes are in on the gimmick.
That's heavy.
And it was I really respect people in I think it was Georgia,
Yes.
the market
Around Atlanta?
and that's where Fife was living at the time. I just think it's dope that they took that risk to
Sure.
because they weren't making any sense. They
Right,
were
right.
weaving
I
tribe
always
lines.
had the sense that he was like underrated. I don't know if he was or if it was just me, but I feel like in a way that him passing cleared it all up.
I don't think that's a weird statement because the outpouring.
I feel you.
Love
Yeah.
and the
I agree
things
with you.
I thought the whole time. I'm like, yo, he's got the best lines in
See-
the group by far.
Sometimes
happens
heads
to
aren't
me-
appreciated. Sometimes heads aren't appreciated until they
People call it
pass.
Five
You know.
lines.
Well, you know,
A
I
Tribe
think
song, it's always a five.
I think
lines.
Tip was the one who got most of the press. He was a guy who would get most of the spotlight.
had-
You know what I
had
mean? Like
star power,
He
for
definitely
better or
did.
worse
But
terms.
the thing is,
he
like,
wanted it too.
He
without
wanted it.
Fife-
You have to understand that those angles also are there. Like Fife wasn't.
He didn't-
Yo,
yeah.
I won all the interviews, but I'm not
No.
getting them. He's like, yo, go ahead, man.
Yeah, right.
I
Same with
just wanna
Ali
spit and
Shaheed
get my
Muhammad.
money.
It's like
For-
we're gonna
for
sit
my
here.
money though. Fife to me was like the more relatable. He was like the guy who grounded the whole.
Fife was your man.
Right.
Fife was your man who talked that shit.
Right.
Yeah, Fife was
Right.
so-
The ball breaking man, but he said all the fly. When you think of like, all right, yo, tip, and what do you say? Bono's this and Bono's that,
You
like
know,
that.
Everything is quote. Every time I hear a quote, it's Fife. It's literally probably never been a tip line.
You're right about that.
It's probably never been a tip line.
You're right about that.
Ever.
Yep.
And again, like we're not shitting on Tip because Fife passed.
Well,
but
I used to love. Tip was my favorite. Actually,
remember my
but-
moms used to say you and Q-Tip sounded alike and you were mad salty. when he passed away, she was like, yeah, he's from the group that Mario sounds like, Q-Tip, Vibrant Thing. I was like, oh, I'm about to text him.
I go over there.
But no, like I think what we're talking about when you said is he underrated, I don't know if the answer is yes or no because they were looked at as a group, and that is not done anymore.
Yeah.
It's like we looked at all these people as a group. You're not like you don't overanalyze Pastanus or Dove. You know what I mean? I mean me and you, Mike, because we're MCs.
Yeah.
On the whole, people like De La's the best.
Yeah.
EPMD's the best. Public Enemy's the best. You're not sitting there debating verse for verse again, unless you're a musician,
Right.
and that's a lost art.
Well,
Just the Tribe was the Tribe. I mean, the name of the group was A Tribe Called Quest, and it got turned into one word that everyone knew.
Yeah.
Tribe. De La. In Spanish, De La means of the or from the.
Yeah.
We're basically saying from the.
Yeah.
De La, Tribe, the JBs. It's like that's why these people transformed culture and made other people. They brought people into.
They might have been the last group. They might have been the last real group because when Illmatic came out, and Tip had a part of that, but when Illmatic came out, it was like one MC, but all superstar producers.
I mean, I'm not mad at that saying. They might have been the last that we think of as a group. Because if we start naming other groups, they were already out too.
But think
You know what I mean? Like, who came after
them
that?
as a group?
It's like, all right, Naughty, Incredible, but they came out at the same time.
Right.
Tribe, De La, EPMD, who came out as a group?
As a group.
You know what I mean? Like, and change shit.
Think
There
about how
was-
many people
Right.
wouldn't be here if they didn't open that gate.
Yo,
You know
think
what
of
I'm
that
saying?
whole scene that a lot of stuff came out of that I wasn't
Common,
particularly
Mos
fond
Def,
of.
all them dudes,
Yeah, but
like,
all
they
that
would-
shit
none of
was
that
born
shit was-
out of native tongue.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
In fact, I'm thinking like when you go back and you talk about artists that you liked, you're thinking about group names from back in the day. So anything in the last like 20 years is a artist name, a single artist. You know what I mean? You're thinking about like Nas, or you're thinking about Jay, or you're thinking about, you know what I mean? But these are like singular artists. There's no group. We're talking about like Organized or Tribe. You know what I mean? Like
Or
that's-
Black
It
Sheep.
was all the same
Right,
era.
Black Sheep.
Yeah, it was all the same era.
But that run, it was mad groups. You had the K solos and shit, but it was like Cypress. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, UMC.
Yes.
So it was like, you know,
Again, but like let's put them.
The Clips is probably the newest.
That's yes.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know what? You're right.
The
do
newest
that.
group, and how long they've been
Right.
broken up for 10 years already. or
Exactly.
whatever the fuck it is. You know
remember?
what I mean?
Well, I remember
Yep.
when your mom lived on the at the older crib. That when they came out, but just the single, they were in suits. What was that called? The Funeral or something?
The Funeral, yeah.
And then an album never came out. So
Yeah.
that was what,
Yeah.
like 99 or something. So even that's 17 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
still, that's
So
that's what I'm saying.
that's the
probably
closest you're going to
newest.
get. Yeah,
Right.
like who has come?
Right.
Except, MOP's still around, but they were around.
MOP was
How about some
around
hardcore? What was that? What year was that?
93, 94.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
same
The,
era.
the To the Death is 94, and the singles were 93. So we're basically going back
So
23
Illmatic was
years.
what?
94.
4? Okay.
Spring of
There you
94.
go. There's the
Yeah.
cutoff.
yeah.
Spring of 94. Who came out after that? It's like you had Gangstar, you had it's like
89.
It's all the same shit.
Mobb Deep first came out in 91, 92. You know what I mean? It's
It all,
but
and the
you
fact
and
that they
then
made that impact around all those, around all those groups that was
and
powerful
and
groups.
all of them respected them. You
Yeah.
had Q-Tip on the fucking Mobb Deep record.
Right.
That's fucking
Q-Tips
true,
on the
bro.
Infamous, dog. Like that's how much they were respected. When Black Moon came out and how hard Buckshot was, all them records were so hard. Just like some street shit, Brooklyn. One of the first interviews I ever read with Buckshot was bigging up native tongues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there's this weird perception of not of artists but of fans. Like, well, these people don't like this, and these people like the me and you, the type of shit we make, so we wouldn't like De La or something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah,
and
that always happens.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
It makes no sense to
being
me,
on
right.
tour, and as
You're a
well as I
hip-hop
knew
dude, you
Sean
like
Price.
Hip hop comes from everything. You
Yeah,
have to like
Sean
everything.
Price loved De La. Sean Price loved Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like Buckshot and all them. It's like, but in terms of Fife, I feel like his contributions to those records, and they will live forever, but they are bigger than what people know. And if you know a lot, if you talk to Bob Powell, it's like, well, why isn't there any amazing Q-Tip records? Why isn't there any amazing Ali Shaheed Muhammad records? It's like the sum is bigger than its parts sometimes, man.
That,
It's
that
like-
was something mentioned last night in the thing I did for the Fife thing. They were like, what about, his career died however many years ago. I'm like, well, what did Tip do? Mm-hmm. He had one song.
Yeah.
Vibrant Thing was all he had.
That was it.
He
Solo
had,
career.
he had
he
a
makes
one-
money with Kanye. He does production. He does other things. He DJs probably 6 days a week. But what did his solo? They had to be together,
Right,
or it
right.
wasn't what it
Yeah,
was.
and the other thing is you're talking about Fife being sick too.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
not like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like he
And
did
even,
that.
Ali Shaheed Muhammad had the group,
Lucy Pearl.
The Lucy Pearl shit was great, but it wasn't like it didn't change the world.
No, but nothing these people did outside of this thing.
Right.
It's like the sum being equal of its parts. It's like when people talk about Stupid Eye, I'm not putting on us in the pedestal Tribe. We'll never be there. But I'm just saying, it's like if people feed off each other. You know what I'm saying?
doubt.
And like,
No doubt.
you know, so I mean, I don't know, P, if there's
Well, it's weird because this is almost identical to the Bowie gimmick. Like, it's not a gimmick, but like, you and I believe in the universal intelligence matrix.
Sure.
Like, my hand to God, a week and a half ago, I was like, I'm in the mood for some Tribe. And all I listened to for the last week and a half literally is Tribe.
oh, you didn't tell me that.
and then
That's-
fucking I wake up to this news, and even the Pablo intro gimmick where I'd say something funny
Yeah.
was going to be a Fife line tonight.
Wow.
But I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
But,
when I
like,
texted you. I was like, R.I.P. Fife Diggy, and I didn't know.
Like, I already had it planned out. Like, this, I'm saying the fucking, I'm going to spit Fife tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Yeah.
after this,
2 weeks ago on Twitter, I for like an hour, I talked about Tribe.
it's crazy, man.
Weird. I was like, because somebody mentioned Size always fucks with me about De La and Tribe, and I'm like, yo, I always ask which one is the better. You know, everybody always debates that. Which one is better, De La? And I mean, De La probably had a bigger catalog because like Grind Date was dope. Tribe didn't have nothing.
Well, they were also like
after that.
they were mad cerebral. De La,
Yeah.
with Paul,
But
with Paul.
I was always like Tribe though, like
All
Tribe
day,
wins,
all
man.
day.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what I talked about. How Fife was better than people want to say he was, and I was just talking about it.
I mean, I love De La.
It's so
Don't get
crazy
me
that
wrong,
you were
but
doing the same shit.
but Tribe again made 2 records that are going on forever. De La has a couple songs that are going to go on forever, but I don't think they have albums
know what's
that are going to go on.
crazy?
Forever.
I mean, I'm not going to get into the De La Tribe thing because then I'll turn into a whole other thing. I just feel like it was just it's very much more cerebral group. They were doing shit backwards. They were talking. Millie pulled a pistol on Santa's about the mall Santa molesting a guy. I mean, these guys were
crazy.
getting into some very heady shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
just trying to point out that King Size is an idiot.
So am I. No, well, Size used to say to me in Planet, like, I don't like De La Soul. We were like, we don't even want to hang out with you.
And he thought old school rap was Jay-Z Blueprint.
Right, basically.
Wow.
Wow, he's going a little way.
Size.
I won't go that far with him.
Yo, Size, can you
I was
beat-
schooling him at a very young age and showing him
Size,
showing him the right path.
beat him up. Size, come to the next gimmick
But
and beat
there's a lot of
Pablo up
things
one
where,
day.
like me and I know Vinny too. Like we keep up with new stuff too. Like you know, and a lot of times I'm so into the new shit, I don't really want to hear no old shit. But Tribe comes on, and that's
Fuck
the only
yeah.
thing. That's one of the only things that I can still be like, all right, I'm cool with listening to Tribe
I did something
at any given time.
that I never do, and it was like I just don't do it because I'm not that dude. You know what I mean? Like when I was riding down Broad Street yesterday, I had Tribe on 11. The windows were down, and I was like making eye contact.
Yeah. No, 1079 today. They did Tribe live with the brand new heavies.
Yeah.
And they played the whole show live from like 12 to 1.
Oh,
and
that's
I just
dope.
parked up. Wow. And I listened to the whole shit. It was
That Jay
fucking
Ski's
crazy.
show.
Ski's
I
killing
think
it.
it was Ski. I don't know.
Yeah, Ski is like
He puts on crazy shit
Ski
during the day. It's
murders it.
awesome.
Ski, yo,
It's
big
awesome,
up Jay
man.
Ski, man. How you been, bro?
What's up, Ski?
Yeah, but that shit, dog, I was like chills. And I'm like,
I know.
Buster came out.
I-
like Scenario was live.
I mean, I
everybody-
really like. I literally, my eyes were tearing when
Yeah.
I heard this. It was like,
And then you know.
this is one. This one really hurt. This one really felt like
Yeah,
it was
man.
a piece of me
Yeah,
that
man.
just.
It was.
That-
though.
that-
it wasn't like
There's
a piece.
a
It was a
fight
piece.
was like, yo, I insisted to go first on Scenario because I heard these motherfuckers rhyme. And it
But
was
he
like-
shined on
No,
that
he
shit.
shined, but his logic was very ill because he was like, yo, I knew Buster was gonna be the one. Heal up, King of Mecca. He's like, I knew. He's like, so the only way I could be remembered was to go first. Cause you put me in the middle of that, John, I'm gonna be good, but I'm lost in the fucking sauce. He's like, I go first. Now, here's the thing: heads like us, we know every word because we're heads. But to the casual head, you go to you just ask some girl in a bar. Her head goes Bono's this, Bono's that, and then goes to rah rah like a
Or the hook. Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but like you can't.
they
Yo,
skip
tell
it.
me Dinko D's verse. Who? You know what I mean? Again, not
They all
me
killed
because
it.
I'm a
Right.
Dinko D guy,
Yeah, I
man.
fucked with Dinko.
I'm a LONS guy, like through and through.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
You
But,
were
like,
also label mate with Fife for a little bit.
yeah,
Distro,
it's
distro
true.
more than label, but
No, I mean me and Fife. Yeah, we were label mates, and I also toured in 2010. You know, we were lucky enough to do Rock the Bells with Tribe. You know, and I got to share some little quick personal time. You know, I'm not gonna say I was best friends with the brother. You know what I mean? But we bumped heads and mutual respect shit. And he's like, yeah, I checked y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Word him up.
yeah, I mean, I like that solo album.
Yeah, so did I. So do I. I mean, but like the honor to rock with them, you know what I'm saying? That's something to tell my son about. You know what I mean? That I toured with Tribe, and that
How many times? I don't know how many times I've seen them. Must be a lot.
Well, Pablo and I saw them in the very early. Now I saw a lot of people posting what years they saw them, and the cynic in me and the dickhead in me was like. Oh, those reunion tours for money? Like Pablo and I saw Souls of Mischief, Tribe, and De La.
Alcoholics.
Right.
Alcoholics.
Right.
And then we went to see the same tour at City Gardens, the venue that Sicko Stevie Puerto Rico wrote his book about, and instead of Alcoholics, it was remember Poor Righteous Teachers opened up.
Yeah.
And Tony D came out, and then Tribe De La. That was what, 93, P?
Had to be.
Yeah, so I mean, you're going back 23 years of seeing them in their prime, in their young 20s.
Yep.
So he was 22 years old when I saw him. He just passed away at 45.
What up, Wise? What up, Wise?
Yeah, what up, PRT?
Do you remember the show the Tribe had at the vet?
Oh my God.
They had a show at the vet.
I
guess
do
it was
not remember
I think it was
this.
like after the game or whatever, and people, they had them like on the mound. The stage was like at the mound, and they didn't let nobody on the field. So the crowd was like all far away, and Tribe was like, "Fuck that! Everybody come up!" And they shut the lights off. They shut everything off. They're like, "No, we don't. That's not what. That wasn't supposed to happen." Show got cut. Tribe let out, I don't even know what outlet it was back then. What social outlet? Like I remember they let out something like, "Yo, we're gonna perform at the Electric Factory at this other show to make up for it. So anybody that went to that, we're gonna be there." They came for free.
Damn.
And I remember I went with my brother Mike, and they fucking tore it down. It was more people. I forget who it was, but I think it was like Wyclef, them. It was a bunch of old school people.
Oh man.
But they made up for it because they called the people up and it fucked up. It was actually their fault.
Yeah. They took an L, but they made
took
it.
an L, but they came back
Yeah.
for nothing. And that was I'm glad because I was so pissed. I'm like, this is the only time I ever saw Tribe.
Word.
Really? And it gets fucking. That's what happens.
Wow.
But then
I
it was
mean,
like 2 months later they came back. It was
The 2 or 3 times we saw them together in their prime, they murdered it.
Killed it.
And they murdered it on Rock the Bells 6 years ago in their late 30s and early 40s, which goes to show the craft.
Yeah.
The craft is about how much you care about it. He still cared about it.
And there's people you know weren't even alive when those records came out, knowing every word.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about low end there. Think about, all right, so 92, there's kids that are 24 years old right now that were born the year that Low End Theory came out.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I have fans that are 16. That means they were born in the year 2000.
That's so
Is that right? Wait a minute. What's this year?
I hate
Yeah, you're right.
I hate that.
16.
His hair's
a
growing into
jerk
his
off.
brain.
Well, so yeah, I just want to say rest in peace, Five Dog.
The best fight.
Thank you for everything, man. You will be missed. And with that, we're gonna take the first break of the night, and we'll be back after this little break right here.
Hey, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Broad Street Breakdown.
Celebratory. I don't know anyone more miserable.
It's fucking John
Cunt hair
Travolta.
is more miserable.
Stop it.
He fakes the
Just
fun.
just a cunt hair.
Just a cunt hair.
Ma, don't
One
touch the
cunt.
hair. Don't touch the hair.
What was that saying?
Hey,
you
I
didn't
work
like?
hard on my hair and he hits it.
We're rolling.
Are we rolling?
Again.
Lord of mercy, follow me now. Everything Irie OG, Soldier.
All day. All night.
Big shout outs to the hardcore legend Mick Foley.
Top 3, pal.
Ever?
Fuck yeah.
On the mic or working?
Both.
Bang, bang.
Have a nice day.
Now, real quick.
Business.
Yes, but before business, I just want to say that, thank you to Mick Foley for doing that drop for us. That means a lot, especially to me and Gavin. As Gavin said, top 3. Well, we can debate that all night, but we won't tonight. Big up to my man Ian, Knife Edge Chop Podcast. If you're in to the biz and want to hear nothing but wrestling, check out Knife Edge Chop. And speaking of drops, big shout out to Cody Mack for getting a shout out,
Cody.
a drop for Broad Street Breakdown from a legend, Johnny Marr. And Johnny Marr is from the Smiths, And essentially what happened was Cody got a drop.
Oh, he got it all right.
I hate you so much.
What happened was,
Well, we had a little bit of a meeting, me and you.
yeah, well, pontificate, please.
Well, we called an emergency meeting while you were in fucking Yugoslavia or wherever
Right.
you were. And
Czechoslovakia.
yeah. And it was decided that we banned the drop. Banned. We love Johnny Marr, I guess. We love Cody Mack all day long.
We love the Smiths, but we don't love that Johnny Marr put Sicko over and not me.
Yeah.
So that drop, banned. So in existence,
What
there
did he
is
say? What did he
Johnny Marr, like,
He's like, hello.
yeah, he's throwing his Johnny
Oh,
Marr. He's like,
Johnny
hello,
Marr.
first and foremost, you're listening to Sicko and his boys on the Broad Street Breakdown. And that is never to happen.
Now allow it to be I had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Nobody said you did.
Of course.
I
It's
just want that to be
Cody
known.
Mack
Still heat
took
on
it
you,
upon
pal.
himself
Yes, he did.
to have Johnny Marr, one of the greatest guitar players to ever live in one of
Ever.
the greatest bands ever.
Ever.
Arguably.
Arguably, to be a jerk job just to stick it to me,
Pretty
Ayo,
much.
and not say that you're listening to Vinnie Paz in a Broad Street Breakdown. So
Right.
this drop does exist. It's out there. We might even give you a sneak peek of it and cut out the Sicko part.
Right, it'll be like,
just say-
We can edit.
Hi,
This
this
is Johnny Marr.
Hello, this
cut
is
out
John-
Sicko, and you're
Broad
listening to
Street
the Broad
Breakdown.
Street
Right.
Breakdown.
Hello, this is
Sicko will
Johnny
not
Marr.
get anything from Johnny Marr on the show.
You're listening to.
He's a jerk off.
And nope.
Correct. Now, I needed to get that off my chest, and
Yeah,
so did Gavin.
Yeah, thanks.
We've been hiding that from Sicko for a little bit now. The Broad Street Breakdown is brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo.
I hate you
4371 Crescent Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. Facebook.com/Crescent Street Tattoo. IG Crescent Street Tattoo. Email Crescent Street Tattoo at gmail.com. Website CrescentStreetTattoo.com. And no slam dancing, no stage diving, no spikes. An oral history of the legendary City Gardens. Written by our lovely friend, Miss Amy Yates Wolfing and Stevie Puerto Rico.
Also, Vin, do not forget. Now, the Broad Street Breakdown, we all know, is up and running on iTunes.
Yes, iTunes. That's a big thing for us,
Very
apparently,
big
correct?
thing. And one of the ways that our gimmick gang can help us out is A, subscribe to it on the iTunes. B, even if you don't listen to it through the iTunes, take a minute. Go to the iTunes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Write
going to
us a
say.
nice little review. Like
If
you
you
don't
check-
gotta, you listen to it however works
However
for
you check it out, whether you steal it, whether you listen on
Whatever.
YouTube, wherever, go to the gimmick, subscribe, write a good review, because that helps us.
Absolutely.
Because we don't charge anybody. This
Right.
comes out of pocket. So it's the better for us. And then what happens then is then some sponsors get interested.
Exactly.
And then we can do more than one a week. For everybody that says, yo, we need more than one. We need more than two. We need more.
This is how
we
you
can do
make
it
it
1,
happen.
2, 3 times a week if there's money behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
Because-
also, out of the thousands that get posted, last week we made it to the new and noteworthy section in
Right.
iTunes. So the gimmick gang must be doing something, because I'm sure it's a numbers game.
Yeah, I
And-
mean,
and
when
we're-
you
and
when
we're-
you sent me that screenshot, I was overseas, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, what's he sending me?" I didn't even understand what you were sending.
Yeah,
me.
I didn't either.
And then I peeped, and I was like, "Yo, this is kind of
Yeah.
dope," because it's like with music, you know, it's like they always show me love, they always put me on there, but it's just 5 Philly dudes in a room doing
Yeah.
a podcast, and we were put up there with all these
Yeah.
like super big time podcasts.
I thought
and
for a second it was like a paid thing that somehow
no,
we got
man,
some
somehow
place.
we got on there. And
Yeah.
we just want to thank all y'all for doing that.
Absolutely.
Whatever y'all did, keep doing
Keep
it.
doing it.
And like
Do
I
it
said,
more.
we're interested in doing this more than one time a week. We're interested, you know what I mean? We it's not so much.
Yeah, you want to get into phone calls. You want to get into fucking more interaction and all that horse shit.
Right.
We need stuff to. Thanks. We need certain things in order to make that happen.
Right.
And one of those things is getting put over on the fucking iTunes.
Yeah, Stallone can figure out how to figure out the phone calls, all of that.
Yeah,
But
like,
it ain't going to
it's
pay
just-
for itself.
Right.
And Jeff, I think you decided, like, as of right now, we're not going to ask for that donation thing at all. Like, we're not into that.
Nah, man, this is
we don't
fucking
want
punk
to.
rock shit. Like
Yeah.
we want. This show's always going to be free, but there's a nice cost in order to fucking make this happen.
Yeah.
And if you want it to continue to happen and potentially can happen more often,
Frequently.
you need to do little things like,
Yeah.
for example, put us over on iTunes.
Another thing too, if you're out there, you got a brand of some kind, whether you make sure, get at us, talk to us about advertising. Hit us up at info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. Send all your emails. You got questions for the crew when we do our end of the show email bit, hit us up, info@broadstreetbreakdown.com.
All right, and with that, I guess there's no other way to introduce the segment other than to introduce it. So, Gavin and I talk reggae a lot with Super Reggae Marks.
Bye-bye.
I mean, I knew it was coming.
I love when he does that.
Yeah, it's 'cause-
I don't want to tell him that. I love that better. More, but,
It's actually
Whoa.
by request.
I don't want to put Pablo over to Pablo. I'll put him over to you.
Sure,
but I don't want to put him over to
Don't
him.
fill my head up.
But
It's already
that's
big.
that's one of my favorite things he does.
Well, no, I guess what we started discussing was, because I guess I was talking about Buju, I think, to you.
Yeah.
I love Buju when he's locked up. And then that got into boom, bye, bye, in the body man. And then I was like, well, yo, you love reggae and you're so to the left. And how do you reconcile that with the fact that of every culture, Jamaican, Rasta, dancehall, reggae culture is the most homophobic in the world to the point where they're talking about killing and beheading gay people. The whole island of Jamaica, not the tourist spots, but when you go into
Kingston.
into Trenchtown, what it's like. So we sort of got into that. Remember that text?
Yeah.
A little bit, and build on it if you can.
We didn't talk a whole lot about it because we decided right away it might be something cool to talk about on the show, and that was pretty much the extent of it. So the question to the room is, how much does a person or group or whoever's opinion or what they're saying matter in the grand scheme of listening to them? So, for example, like Vinny said, I'm as far left as it goes politically. How do can I first of all listen to that sort of thing without having any kind of feelings about it, and B, how do I justify doing that? So that's kind of the question to the room, and I'll answer first. Like, there are definitely some things that I'll listen to and some things that I won't, and I don't know where that line is drawn in my head, but it's sort of an unconscious decision, I guess. There are some things that I can listen to and some things I flat out won't.
I know where my line crosses. I know where my line is drawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to jump in here, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
I listen to like the most, just the weirdest shit that's like, you know how when you get into little pockets of like hip hop and you know that it's like hypocritical shit that these people don't fucking live the lives that they're talking about if it's on some religion shit or whatever the fuck. I get to the point where I'm like, I don't care. Like if your shit is about this or that or whatever, until somebody plays me something like Christian music, I have a real problem. To me,
Like Striper?
I know, man. I mean, like,
well done, sir.
Wow,
well
man.
done.
like
well done.
They call it worship shit.
You call it that. I don't call it that.
By the way, the singer of Striper is Ted Cruz.
Yeah, we found that
Awesome.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Great.
Heavy.
that's been discovered.
So whatever. I just fucking lose my mind because to me, it's like an absolute.
Yeah, but now
affront
you're
to
talking about
everything I
yeah,
spent.
but they fly the flag. What if someone you enjoyed was Christian and didn't
Right.
constantly put it over?
Then I'm good. Just keep it to your damn self.
That's kind of your answer then to this.
I know for me, like, this.
Well, hold on. Can I?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I want to put something that goes above this. It's bigger than, because this question is huge. Here's a bigger one. Has anyone's music that you consider to have changed your life in retrospect
Yes.
been
Yes.
okay? Because I don't want to stay on that. So you said yes. Me personally, yes. There's people that in retrospect they did change my life. That can't be changed. That I have been changed by them.
Right.
But in retrospect,
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't even mean. Again, we made it a point to say not just politics. Maybe who you are as a human being. Maybe you're just a jerk
thought
off.
process or how you are as a person.
Yeah, because
your
remember we said we don't
worldviews
want to
or-
bring the word politics too much, because the word politics to Marx means left or right, and we're talking about politics like maybe just
person's politics.
Yes, maybe just
Politics
how you
is-
get down. Like Glenn Danzig was a fucking asshole to me when I was 12 years old. Now, how does that affect all the years of loving the Misfit?
Right.
You know what I mean? And how
Absolutely.
it affected going forward.
Absolutely.
So then it gets into, well, now, what if you think someone's an asshole, but you think they're dope? You know what I mean? I'm getting more into rapper shit because I'm wrapped up in that world. And there's people that I think are dope that I fucking want to fist fight. Mm-hmm. And how do I rationalize that? And do I listen to it? So me personally, rap wise, I can't listen to them no more. But that's only because I'm wrapped up in that.
Right.
I'm not wrapped up if there's a punk band that I don't agree with politically or how the singer thinks. I'm separated enough because I'm not in the scene like I was 25, 26 years ago.
Sure.
Is this making any sense? It's like,
Yeah,
I think that would apply with you with hip hop. If I play you something, you're like, yo, this shit goes hard. And then I'm like, yeah, but he thinks this, and that. And you're like, yeah, the song was dope. I'm not really.
I'm able to sort of separate it in a way in my head that certain commentary in certain songs is almost like a character or a certain viewpoint of a person. It doesn't have to be that person. That person could almost be in character or could almost
Dre
be...
has said on record, like, you motherfuckers think I'm dumb enough to say I shot somebody and I shot...
Well, his is more a commentary of a certain section of society at the time. You know what I mean?
But to me,
he
let's say
might be
50
saying things in first person, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's his thought process. It's a commentary on
of what was going on.
Whatever situation was happening.
And same with
at the time.
NWA. It was commentary on whether every single one of them. I don't know none of those dudes personally. Maybe one of their uncles was a cop when they did Fuck the Police, but that was coming out because that's what it was about.
Well, that's what was happening at the time. It was a commentary on the section of society that they were involved in at the time. Doesn't necessarily mean them specifically. Just because they're saying I did this, I did that, whatever, it doesn't mean them. It means, you know, they're using themselves in first person to make a point
as a literary device.
Exactly. So I'm okay with that, and I don't know how I separate that in my head. But there are some people who it's okay with, and some people who it's not.
Exactly.
But what we're discussing is this topic should be called The Line.
Right.
When you heard Chuck say a follower of Farrakhan, and at that time and to this point, Farrakhan is saying the white man is the devil, grafted from Yaqub. They are devils. But everyone in this room loves Public Enemy.
Absolutely.
And I busted Pablo's balls because Pablo is the biggest PE fan I've ever known. But he hates Dead Prez. And he was like, but they're on some Kill Whitey shit. I'm like, so was PE.
Yeah.
What about X-Clan? You like X-Clan, but
I don't think PE was on some Kill Whitey shit.
Dog, a follower.
They were on some Kill Whitey shit.
No, man. I think
Dog, they was all in the Nation Islam.
Yeah.
Chuck was red with
And never mind, Griff's whole thing with
the Jews.
Right.
No. I can't go down that. I kind of disagree. I know. What
we're not allowed to play music on our podcast, but a follower of Farrakhan.
I mean, he was kind
Don't tell me you understand.
Yeah, no, but like Chuck D to me is like speaking from a scholarly place. You know what I mean?
That's because it doesn't cross your line.
Hold on. But let's say another thing. Now he's 50-something years old and isn't rocking with that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, only certain people. There's a lot of people who are on some Kill Whitey shit that aren't anymore. And there's people that still are. Like Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian was on that 5% of shit, and he hasn't budged. He will go on film in 2016 on Vlad TV and say the white man is the devil. You have to respect that on some level.
Absolutely.
Now, I kicked it with Brother Jay from X-Clan in Las Vegas. Now, he couldn't have been more kind or warm. I'm not saying he said anything to me disavowing what he said on the X-Clan records. I'm just saying I felt none of that
Right.
black nationalist stuff from those records towards me. In fact, he like alley-ooped me with an interview while we hung out and we had drinks together in Vegas. You know what I mean? Now, so to me, I mean, you're saying I don't think they were racist. Like, so you're saying they weren't in the lab talking about devils?
I'm not saying they weren't. Look, everybody profiles in a sense. It's probably part of our DNA to look outside of ourselves and say, you know, I don't know what it is, but like you think that there's some kind of, I don't know what it is. We're wired to gravitate towards people who are like us, unless we're elevated to the point that we know.
Well, yeah, but I think that's the point of the show, that we believe we're all more elevated than that. No, I'm being serious.
I believe you.
When you talk to elevated people, they understand. You have to be a very low frequency being to deal with all of the shit that's all of. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're a low frequency being when you deal with all that. Yeah. When you understand, you have to zoom out and see things bigger than that. But what I'm saying to you is, I'm not talking about now in 2016. I'm saying in 1988, those motherfuckers were on some Kill Whitey shit.
See, I interpret it more of like black African American empowerment. And we really don't care about what he cares about.
That's cool too. That's cool too.
Thing. Interpret what you want. We don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, building on what Scott says, just the thought process that was going through my mind as he was speaking, and I'm going to lay out my basic philosophies. Everyone in this room kind of thinks along the same lines, but I'm speaking as if to someone listening who doesn't know us or has to sit in a room with us. Defining racism, I am of the belief that a minority person, by definition, can't be racist.
No, that's not a belief. Okay. That's a fact.
Some people, it's not.
No, they can be a bigot. They don't have the power to be racist.
So that's defining the
people
language.
People of color don't have the power to be racist.
The problem with that is that is the technical definition of racism.
Right.
But that's not the definition that people believe is racism.
Right.
So in that, so many people believe that it's something else that has changed the definition of it.
See, I won't buy into that.
It's a fact.
No. I do buy into it. You're right.
It's 100% true.
I'm not saying it's not.
No, I'm not saying your definition's wrong. But because so many people believe it to be something else, it has become something else.
If you talk to an intellectual black man, he will explain to you why it is impossible for a man of color to be racist.
Absolutely.
But they'll also correct you and be like, but I can be a bigot.
Absolutely.
But what Gavin's saying is that's not the perception of the world that we currently live in.
Right.
And when you're dealing with people who have a different perception, which 90% of the people have a different perception of the definition of that word.
Right.
You're wasting your time saying that's not the definition.
Agreed. Well, I'm saying for the purposes of our conversation we're having right now, that's what I'm operating under. So when Scott talks about Public Enemy, and not to discount anything you've said or how you perceive it, to me, and it's what Pablo just hit upon, it's not so much a racist thing. It's not a quote-unquote kill whitey thing. It's a black empowerment thing. If I'm looking at it as, by definition, they can't be racist because, you know, at anything, they're trying to make the come up to be equal. So anything that comes from that, it kind of doesn't jibe with my definitions of how this conversation is going. I'm looking at like more so what Vinny brought up originally in the context of reggae and homophobia, things like that. On the other side, like if you come from like the punk rock background, you also know there are many, many bands that have come and gone that have lived and died by this very far right, almost fascist type, whether they put it in their music or not.
I mean, not almost fascist, straight up fascist.
I mean, and there is that faction of it.
I mean, for me though, when I'm saying to Scott, they were straight up racist talking about PE, I'm dealing with what Gavin's saying in terms of what people that are listening, their definition.
Right.
By my definition, they can't be racist.
Absolutely.
But I'm using that word because what Gavin is, it's been bastardized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. What I'm saying,
I know exactly
all
what you're
these
saying.
groups that I'm saying, they might have been racist, they might have been racist, they might have been racist. I'm using that word because that's the word that people listening to the podcast might understand. The real word would be they might have been bigots.
Bigoted, prejudiced, anything else
Prejudice,
works.
anti-white.
Right, exactly.
But none of them had the power to be racist.
Exactly.
Because they don't have the power to oppress.
Exactly.
Do you want to hear a stupid person's answer to how you can listen to that stuff and not believe into whatever?
I mean, I don't think it's stupid, but yeah.
Like, my thing is, if I heard the song first and liked it, and then found out something bad about that person, then I kind of still like the song.
I understand how you interjected that and said that it was stupid, but it's not stupid because
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've liked some shit, and then someone will be like, "They're blah blah blah." I'm like, fuck, I still like that.
I mean,
song.
same with,
like-
I know what you were getting at earlier was like Sunny Day Real Estate, right? Freaking phenomenal band, and allegedly all songs were about Jeebus. And then you're like, well, now I can't like any of these songs, but I'll forget about that and then like all the songs again.
Yeah, I mean, those type
Or
of things
I'll
have happened to me.
I'll selectively ignore that I know that
What is
fact.
the Jeremy Enoch solo album? Some Frog King?
Frog Queen.
Yeah, like in my head, I thought it was all about girls, and I found out he lost his gourd and got on some Jeebus,
Right.
and that the whole record is about Jeebus. But I didn't know that because I was like either zoned out, drunk, or on drugs at that time. And I was like, oh, this is a dope love letter to a girl. This whole record.
My example of this, and this goes back to one of your original opening statements, is especially if it's a band that changed your life. For me, this is all revolves around the Bad Brains. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
And anyone schooled in punk rock knowledge knows of the infamous incident that happened with the Big Boys when they stayed at
Do tell.
was it Tim Kerr's house? Yeah. And that Tim Kerr is, 20, 30, 40 years later has come out and, put the story down. This is exactly what happened, this, that, and the other thing. And to me, that's a story I didn't.
Well, I mean, give the summation of it for people
I
who
don't
don't
know
know
the
what you're
story.
talking about.
The summation was, Gavin, help me out on this. The Bad Brains were playing. They went through Texas, of one of the better known Texas punk rock bands, the Big Boys, who had one, maybe two gay members.
I know one.
Definitely
off the
one.
top of my head, I know. Yeah.
So the Bad Brains stayed at Tim's house. They put him up, gave him food, the whole deal. At some point, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tim and the Big Boys folks were out of the house. The Bad Brains trashed their house and wrote all kinds of anti-gay, homophobic slurs and just bolted. And for years, this story's been going around.
And has it ever been confirmed by anyone?
Tim
Yeah.
Kerr himself confirmed it.
Yeah, it's a fact, this story.
Yeah, it's a fact.
So this isn't guesswork. This is this.
No, this has been reported by multiple
Okay, so
sources.
let's go from there. They're in my top 5 greatest bands of all
Exactly.
time. Are they in yours, Gavin?
Top 5?
Yeah.
No.
Top 10?
Maybe.
Top 20?
Yes.
So how does that?
How do you reconcile the liking of them?
I don't.
And
I'll
especially
say
we
that.
didn't-
I'll
we
say that I've seen interviews with Daryl where he said, we were young and we were whatever, and we were wrapped
Absolutely.
up in whatever shit we were wrapped up in, and we don't feel that way.
Sure.
And I'm okay with that. If you make amends for mistakes,
you reconcile,
everybody
but
makes
let's-
mistakes,
Right.
man.
But let's talk about people who don't reconcile. Reggae
Okay.
that you and I currently listen to together and send shit back and forth.
Right.
That are still. When we talk about goons, whether it's Sizzla or these dudes who are not just previously have done shit, but still currently. I mean, Buju went from dancehall to roots and still was kicking that
Well,
murder gay people like that all that murder them.
Because culturally, it's so wrong.
It's so but it's so
Right. To them.
ingrained.
Right,
so
right.
it's what? How do we?
And see, my question
I
to
would say
that
conscious,
is,
not roots, anyway.
like, at what point do you
Fair
have
enough.
to respect the Rasta culture and be like, look, that's what they believe?
Well, that's kind of is that does everything we say about this discussion come back to that?
Right.
Well,
Like,
I choose to listen to this, and if I listen to these hip hop kids who grew up in East New York, and this is what they knew, and this is all they know. And people say, well, I don't want to hear that gun talk. I don't want to hear that gun talk. How are you going to tell somebody that only saw people get murdered and sold drugs that they can't talk about that?
Right.
Oh, that's whack to me. I'm like, no, it's only whack to you because you never saw nothing like that. And it's applicable to, well, you from Jamaica.
Right.
You all you hear is, boom, clot, ras clot, boom, bye, and then body boy. That's all you hear.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're raised on. That's
is that a free pass? Now with Chuck D, he was raised. People don't know he didn't find that. A lot of brothers found that later. And what happens is, and I'm not going to go off on a tangent of Islam, but what happens is a lot of brothers find a 5% nation. A lot of brothers find the nation of Islam, and then they eventually find true Islam, which Malcolm X did. Malcolm X, that's how he came up. Then he found true Islam and walked with white, black, and Spanish brothers in Mecca. You know what I mean? And that's when everything switched, and that's when he got assassinated. But we're not going to get into that. What I'm saying is, how accepting are you of, well, I love this music, and this is who these guys are?
It's not my culture. If anything, I'm a student of the music. I don't. It's not something that I need to agree with or not agree with. It's not my culture. Do I agree with it personally? No. Will I 100% be into a song that's saying those things? No. I might say it's cool. I might like the song, but it's not something I'm going to play on repeat. It's not something I'm going to play in front of my kids. It's not something I'm going to do whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm not a parent who shelters my kids either. But I don't want that kind of shit around my, I don't want that. I don't want them to hear that kind of shit. Like, I am as left as it gets, but I'm not like that pussy fucking liberal bullshit where, like, I'm the kind of left that's gonna fucking punch you in the fucking mouth. Like, I ain't having it. Yeah. So I don't identify so much with the left, what is perceived as the left, just because I have those certain kind of views. You know what I mean? But I'm not one of those people who shelter their kids from this and that and the other thing. But there are certain things that I won't play in front of the kids. And that sort of stuff I won't.
But is that, how much does that have to do with just being a good pop and being like, well, they'll hear this eventually, but not through me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, I'm not going to say any of the kids' names, but let's say one of them, because your kids go to school with mad people, like black, white, Spanish. So if one of them goes over to a Jamaican's house and hears it, that's just the nature of Earth.
It's not that
then what? Then you know what I mean? There's the protection, which people call, like you said, don't shelter, don't protect. You know what I mean? I know I am with my son. It's like his mother will be like, no, don't show him that, don't show him this, and and then there's the push and pull of, well, what can he see? What did I see at that age? And then you start not remembering. Like I don't know. I'm a dago. My father was watching The Godfather when I was 2, so I'm normal. Look how I grew up.
It's not so much that I'm trying to have them not hear certain things or thinking or under some illusion that they're not going to hear these things. It's just that it shouldn't necessarily be coming from me. You know what I mean?
And maybe I'm obviously just guessing, but maybe they need more education of the real world before they hear stuff from songs. That in the end doesn't really matter.
I have a million fucking bands that are not doing those things that I can hip them to. That I don't need to play that small percentage of things that I like that may be a viewpoint that I am trying to teach them to never have.
There was something you said that also made me think that's one of those situations where the lines don't necessarily apply. You said that you're a student of the music, and you're specifically talking about reggae, and that's not your born culture. It's something you're like looking at from the outside. And I'm that way too. I mean, as much time as I spent playing reggae and studying it, and I mean, it is literally a part of me. I still know that I'm not from Jamaica. I still know these things to be true, so I will always look at it from the outside. So it's never one of those things where I can say I fully, I lived the culture. But here's an example. Now, and this isn't some young boy shit. This is somebody who's like still holds these views. Like I hate Johnny Ramone's politics.
Yeah.
But I will fucking listen to the Ramones till the day I die.
I mean, he literally died a bozo politically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like literally, he would be playing a Trump rally if he was alive.
Absolutely.
Right. And
Does
and
it
it's
lessen the
not like
Ramones in anybody's eyes? I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know what it would do then, because at the peak of my love, I didn't know anything about that.
Right,
I didn't
right,
know
right,
either.
If you
right.
told me he was from the far right in, when I was listening to I Want to Sniff Some Glue,
Right.
maybe I'd be
Maybe
like,
it would.
well, I would. This is where we're getting at, because we grew up in an era where you didn't necessarily know someone's politics
Absolutely. You didn't
unless
know
they
any-
sung about it.
I'm pretty. I sort of pride myself in being pretty open to people's opinions and people's viewpoints on things and people's religious beliefs, and I try my best not to judge. What I do judge on is being a jerk off or being a fucking bully, and that's
Right.
what I find from some figures on the right. I find, that's what I find, and I don't like fucking bullies, and I don't like fucking jerk offs to be jerk offs, and that's what I find that to be. Johnny Ramone, to the best of my knowledge, would only speak on his politics when he was asked about it.
them.
So
Yes.
that's a different thing. Like
Sure.
he shouldn't say like, well, I don't want to talk about it. If you're asking him about it, then you get what you get. You know
Yep.
what I mean? To the best of my knowledge, that could be some. It
I
may
get
not be
that
the
too.
case.
To the best of my knowledge, I never really saw him dumb out on any of that unless he was asked, or if he did some shit in his personal life. But if he decides to go to a dinner for a right wing politician, that's none of our business.
The
That's
stuff
not-
that I had always heard about.
we can call him a jerk. I don't mean it's none of our business. We can't call him a jerk off. I mean, he's not on the stage with Joey
Right.
saying,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And that's where it gets tricky, where you're
Right.
like, well, what about personal life? You're putting it in music, then we get to judge.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I'm sorry
I had
to cut
always
you
heard.
off.
I had always heard about Johnny's politics because it was the opposite of what Joey's was, and that was one of the many reasons they didn't get along
I mean,
so well. So it was
because
always-
of Howard Stern, I knew of their heat because one was so far left and one was so far
Yeah,
right.
and it was over a girl and this and,
And
that
then
and the
this
other
and that,
thing,
and then
right?
Marky
But
came in, and then-
it was only in examples like that I had ever even heard about Johnny's politics. So he certainly, if he was out there with it, he certainly wasn't out there to the point that I was aware of it. And I don't give a fuck what he thinks, as long as you're not a jerk off. Don't be a
Right.
fucking jerk off,
Like-
and don't be a fucking bully.
Well, let me ask y'all. Do y'all remember the movie Juno?
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are y'all
Ellen
familiar
Page.
with it? That little
Familiar
girl.
with
What's
Ellen
her? She
Page.
looks really.
Ellen Page.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
I did,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
She
know.
gets
but
pregnant.
She came right. She
Yeah,
came
yeah.
out as gay recently.
Okay.
And
Yeah, a
went,
few years
and,
ago.
and went to Jamaica.
Okay.
She's talking to Beanie Man.
Okay.
In Jamaica,
Right.
explaining the love of a gay couple or whatever. You know, this isn't really something I'm.
Is this on one of the new
Yo,
shows?
he's not having it on any. Now his accent is so thick. If you know Jamaica or reggae, you understand what he's saying. He's like, I don't hate you. I don't want you to leave here, but you are going to burn in hellfire.
Well, then
He's
you get
sitting-
into
That's
it-
the point
see,
I was going to make. It's the problem that I have with people who call themselves left, and that not you, because you're one of the few, but there are people on the so-called left that are as big of bullies as people on the right.
Of course.
I'm going to use homophobia as an example. Now, if you're just a straight white person and you're going to you can't condemn an entire Rasta culture for their beliefs, just as you think it's wrong for entire Rasta culture to be homophobic or to hate homosexuals. You have to respect their hatred as much as you respect everyone else's right to live.
I'm gonna build on something you said, and tell me if this is anywhere, if this falls into what you're saying. Because I saw something that I wasn't having. There was a gay pride parade, and they made a crucifix with a bleeding Jesus with another dude making out with him.
Okay.
That's bully shit from the left, in my opinion.
I think Sicko was on that float too.
Well, how do you think it's bully shit?
You're shitting on a whole, how many, what's there, 1 billion Christians in the, you're mocking the whole.
But see, like, what about when Slayer puts out an album with burning upside down crosses on it in the burning pits of hell? Like,
Yeah, but I don't even understand the platform there. I mean, that's just shock value. I mean, it doesn't have.
Well, is it
that's
though?
Not the game.
Is it though? Because the Catholic Church is on record against homosexuality,
Like, see, I
so it's
can see it as a
commentary on
protest.
that.
I mean, I'm telling you, I'm
church.
telling you, dead up, I was offended by that, and I'm not Christian.
Sure. And we respect that as an opposing viewpoint. I've said this to you in private conversations many times. Like, the thing that gets left out all the time is you're allowed to hate whomever you want to hate. You can hate a culture, you can hate a person for whatever reason. The only thing you can't do is act on it. You can't perpetrate violence. You can't bully a person. And if you're a person in a position of power, i.e., like a bank lender, you can't discriminate against people in life decisions.
But
if you fucking disagree with how someone lives their life, is your own personal opinion. That's all you. And
I don't believe that a Jesus on a cross with a crown of thorns bleeding with another gay man making out with that man is some sort of disagreement, man. I think that's violation.
I mean, I don't. I think, like what Gavin said,
Y'all
I think
are wildin',
it's a great.
man.
No,
I think it's a great fuck you to the Catholic Church, to the Christian nation. But I also hate the Catholic Church, and I hate
So do I.
Christianity.
See,
I
I
don't think
You
it's a
haven't heard my
violation.
records? You don't think that's
I
don't think it's a violation. I just think it's shock for shock's sake. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, that you can. That's aesthetic.
Yeah, I
you can
mean, that's a
argue
whole
that.
different thing. I
It's
don't
not like-
disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all.
I don't either.
But
Not really taking the high road when you're making that kind of statement.
You know what? You know what? That's kind of like, don't outsmart me by doing some foul shit.
Right.
What you can't do now in terms of Islam, when you talk about there's over 1 billion Muslims and less than 1% of them are perceived terrorists, what you don't do as a Muslim is walk around with a fake bomb on, and you don't perpetuate stereotypes. And if you're not Muslim, you don't violate those people's world by what I'm saying. The funniest thing about this that I'm surprised none of y'all are honing in on is how anti-Christian I've been historically, and I'm saying I'm offended by something that was anti-Christian. I just don't understand what your deal is. During a gay pride parade, you're making up a bloody Christ with someone. What's your deal, man?
I'll tell you why I think. Because these are oppressed people we are not in their situation. Yeah. You can relate closest to the Muslim thing. And I'm glad that most of them are able to take a high road. You know what I mean? But I can't criticize a group of people who've been nothing but oppressed.
So you think in 2016 gay people are still oppressed?
Absolutely.
Those people
in Philly, one of the biggest, most
we got a neighborhood. We got a whole couple blocks.
Those fucking two dudes got their asses kicked less than a year ago by some fucking frat boys and some fucking girls they were with because they were gay walking down the street.
A cop's daughter.
Yeah, a cop's fucking daughter who they were walking down the street and these fucking guys were like, fucking faggot, whatever.
Yeah, but how many black men were shot?
But it's not a comparison between the two.
Right.
It's two groups of oppressed people.
To me, gay culture is essentially cool right now.
Again, you live in a city, and this is your perception, and you're like enlightened to the point. And
you're acting like I don't see the world, B.
No, I know you see the world, but what I'm saying is that you're also in a place where it becomes commonplace. You go in the middle of the country, it's not commonplace. In still like half the states in the country, they can't marry.
I've been to Texas.
It's cool on the same level.
The same thing's applicable to black folk, though.
It might be buzzworthy, but it's not.
It might be cool right now, but it's cool on the same level that rap culture became cool at a certain point.
There you go.
There's people who will flock to and support.
Yeah, but rap culture is now pop culture.
Now, but not then.
Agreed.
So just take the same situation and put it now.
So how long before until gay culture is just
Well, how
once
long ago?
Once it's completely accepted,
how long ago
I
did
imagine.
civil rights become an issue. You know what I mean? Like let's say it might be another 40 years before we make
But
some
now
progress.
we're getting into a discussion of whether or not are you born gay?
I believe you are.
I believe you are 100%.
Pablo?
I don't really have an opinion on that. I haven't done the research.
Scott?
If he starts doing research on that,
I haven't done the research on that. By Pablo might be the way to bring this back around. I mean, I don't. If you ask a black man to equate his struggles with a gay man, he's going to flip on you. I'm just telling you. You all can say I'm wrong. We can do it tomorrow.
I don't necessarily say you're wrong, but
we can do it next show.
I don't think you're wrong. I think they're wrong.
Look, there's a million varieties of oppression, and I don't think any one of them is the same as the other.
That's another thing that the left and people get wrapped up in. Everybody's so concerned about their shit, whatever they're concerned with, and their fucking struggle, and their this and their that. Yep. And I'm a person who says like your issue is just as important and not any less important than this issue. As intelligent people, we're able to care about more than one thing at a time. So like you go on there and you're like, man, this kid got shot by a cop the other day. That's not cool. Fucking whatever. Somebody's always going to say, well, in fucking blah blah blah. This is like, yo, man, I can care about that and I can care about that too.
But all I'm saying is, if we go now to East New York and talk to a 5%er and explain to him that, my black man, what you're going through in your oppression is equal to that of this gay man in Philadelphia, he's going to pull a gun on you.
And then he's going to get shot with his own fucking gun. And B, it doesn't. He can say that all day. It doesn't mean that he's right. And as years,
but you understand that what I'm saying is real, though.
Of course. But as years go on, it will be looked at the same way that civil rights stuff was looked at. It's just a newer issue that's being dealt with now.
5%er will tell you, I was born black. He wasn't born that way.
Wow.
He chose that.
He can have whatever opinion he wants to have.
Right.
Look, you know me, man. I'm not.
So you think I'm arguing with you? This is where this show gets good, where it gets in the devil's advocate world.
Sure.
I'm explaining to you, brothers, that I deal with the Nawapian nation of Moors, the 5% nation of gods and earth, the nation of Islam. If I build with any of them brothers and tell them that their problems are equated with the gay population's problems, they're gonna flip their fucking lid and explain to you
they're of their rights to do that.
Like
but
I
it
said,
doesn't mean that
there's
they're
a
right.
million
I'm with him.
A million varieties of oppression. I don't think any one of them's like another one exactly. And I think that to say to somebody in that position that their position is like that of a gay man.
And that's sort of doing what... All right, like...
y'all are trying to sell me like I'm saying this.
We're trying to sell the devil's advocate, not you personally.
I'm explaining to you that there's shit that I just don't care about. There was Gavin and I used to laugh about it. We still do it to some extent. This homophobic label was placed on me. There were people picketing my shows, when in reality, I just didn't give a fuck.
Sure.
I kind of wanted to cross this border. We were talking about the reggae shit. Mm-hmm. When stop being a faggot. To us, I'm not attacking a gay man. It's you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I said, faggot in Mad Records. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I have a whole thing
because it rhymes with maggot.
Yeah, no, but you're not letting me finish because I want to. What I'm saying is like they're just like I'm not defending it, but what I'm saying is. Before my father died, like, man, stop being a bitch. Stop being a faggot. Motherfucker was crying. Stop being a faggot. Stop. That was just some shit we said. Mm-hmm. Well, writing graph and love. Yo, man, stop being a faggot. Blah, 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 blah. The truth is, and I'm going to speak the truth now, okay? Mm-hmm. This doesn't have to be edited. I just don't care. To say, yo, am I going to, like, I don't like gay people? That's not true. To be like, I am a gay rights activist? That's not true.
You don't care enough to be either side.
I don't care enough because I don't care enough.
Absolutely.
The way I don't care enough about, like, really, like, only a couple people really infuriate me in the world. Vegans and atheists. And it's not because they're wrong. It's because of the way that they...
Right.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
have to tell you
they have
why
to-
they're right.
Right? Why? It
I'm
has
an
to-
atheist. I hate that.
You're like, yo, are you hungry? Would you like some macaroni and cheese? And they're like, I'll have the atheist macaroni and cheese.
Right.
All right, man, settle down.
Right.
That's cool. You're smarter than me. Cool. I believe in God. That means I'm dumb. You don't. That means you're smart. That has somehow become into the public consciousness.
Always.
And somehow, same with the vegan gimmick. And like, yo, that shit is real, man. It's tough being a vegan. It takes true dedication, but I ain't trying to hear it, man. I ain't trying to hear that you're better than me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm getting at is, like, all the time, I regret one line that I said historically, because if you say faggot, if you say bomba glad, if you say Raz, you know what I mean? Any a little slang here and there, you know what I mean? Batiman, all that. That all could be explained away as like, that's slang, man. We just said, but you know what I mean? I said one line. I don't want to repeat it because that gives the line more power.
Sure.
And I regret that line. I don't want my son to ever hear that shit because I don't feel that way. I don't want nobody hurt. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't want any person of any walk of life to ever feel struggle for what they feel in their heart. You know what I mean? What I feel personally is of no consequence. That's the problem. And there we go with the left and the right and the middle. Because everybody got to tell you something. When you're like, how about you just shut the fuck up? I don't know what that's called. It's not the left and it's not the right. I'm going to call it. Why don't you just shut the fuck up? Because I don't have to be, if I'm not a gay rights activist, but I'm not homophobic and I'm not protesting either way, then what am I?
Right. You just don't give a fuck.
I'm just Vinny, and I don't.
Just indifferent. It doesn't matter to you.
It's not part of your world. It's not, and I'm sure there are issues that are far more personal to you that you would stand up for, that you have stood up for.
And I have, and my mom is more like Gavin. She's so far to the left. My mom wants gay people to live in our house and get rid of me and my dog.
There's a sitcom.
There's a sitcom. I mean, her and Gavin are texting each other.
We got stuff to figure out, man.
Yeah, about what's wrong with me.
Listen.
Hey, it's a full-time job.
But again, it's like how do we, like, all right, let's go outside of reggae. Like, what else do any of us deal with that might be in direct conflict with who we are as people? And
well, the one thing you brought up, and I've had this discussion like several times, specifically using the word faggot. Now, number one, people will tell you incorrectly that that whole story about what the word faggot means and throw another that's not true. That's made up.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I'm following.
The sticks gimmick?
People
the bundle
say
of sticks?
that
Bundle sticks or
the
a cigarette?
origination of the word faggot meaning a homosexual man was in whatever blah 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 time in whatever land, England or wherever history began.
Whatever land. I like that.
What they would do is to kill homosexual men, they would burn them. They would place them on the fire.
Okay.
And jokingly refer to them as a bundle of sticks. That's where the word faggot, meaning homosexual, came from. Not true.
Okay.
And this is not just me saying this. I forget who it was that did the actual research of the etymology, and I can't tell you how exactly that came to be, but that once, because the reason I remember it, there's an opening bit in Louis where they're sitting around playing cards. All the
Yeah,
and the guy tells that story.
Yeah,
that
you're right.
story is
You're right.
absolutely incorrect.
Okay,
so that's the starting point. Number two, like you were saying, how we grew up, neighborhood guys. You call someone a pussy, you call someone a faggot. It don't mean nothing. It's just a way to break balls. Now, people get very offended by that
Yes,
nowadays.
they do. Yes, they do.
Here's my thing. The word gay, the etymological definition of the word gay is to be happy. People appropriated that to mean homosexuality. Therefore, if you've got carte blanche to do that, I'm doing that same shit. Same thing with the word retarded. All of a sudden, you can't use the word retarded to describe someone whose mental development has been retarded because of whatever reason.
I'm pretty sure it's retarded.
A retard.
Yeah.
The word faggot is like that. So I'm saying if you could take the word gay and just decide it's going to mean homosexuals, I can take the word faggot and use it however I want to use it to mean. Whether it means like a weak person or a stupid person, whatever. Because it's all slang.
If I can interject, I'm saying retard till the day I die. Now, Gavin's disagreeing with you.
I don't agree with that at all.
That's cool.
No.
You're going to say society dictates what words mean and we have to go with it.
The
beyond our
reality of
control.
it is when the mass of people believe a definition of something is something, that's what the definition becomes. You can sit there and read it out of the dictionary all day. I don't mean you. I mean, like, someone could sit there and say, no, the technical definition of this is this. It doesn't matter if the whole fucking world thinks it means something else. If all of a sudden,
I believe then that's on the rest of the world, not on me. I got
you
it right.
can fucking think that all day, but that's not reality.
Here's the other thing that I didn't get to finish.
But Gavin's right, though.
You are right. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
And I'm not saying you're wrong about the same way that I say faggot this and faggot that, and it's taken
right,
and I get called a homophobe. Of course, I didn't mean it that way, but I should be smart enough to know how it should be.
My bottom line with the whole argument is, as with anything else, as with any other kind of speech, it's the person saying it and it's the intention behind the words. And there are many different words that we can take that are used a lot and plug them in for the word faggot, and it's the same thing. Like, if so-and-so calls so-and-so a faggot and there's hatred in his voice, then that's something. Then you get punched in the mouth for it. When it's us breaking balls, when there's no malice behind the word, then you know what? It's a word. It only has the power that the person speaking it gives to it.
Yeah, except for the fact that there's a shared definition amongst a group of people. Because if you wanted to, like, if you didn't have to communicate to anybody, you could make up your own language, or you wouldn't need language at all. You could just assume that you knew what the fuck you were talking about.
Point taken.
Because the only reason a word has a meaning is because it's shared by a certain number of people. That's where the meanings come from. So to say that you're going to co-opt the word and make it mean something that it doesn't work.
I mean, we live in a society and we have to give away some rights being in a society, and that's one of them.
I don't agree with that. But
what can you do about it? But like, if the word changes,
if Sicko's saying,
go along with it.
If Sicko's saying that, okay, the two of you are walking down the street and he calls you a faggot, and between the two of you, you have an understanding of what that context is. Right. But the guy walking over here who heard you say that doesn't have that understanding. You can't sit there and say, well, my understanding is what matters. Because this guy's like, you're a fucking jerk off.
No,
you know what
but
I mean?
I would hope, and obviously this is reaching, but I would hope that if that guy heard me and I was conscious that he heard me and offended, I would take the minute to be like, listen.
That's you, pal.
Yeah, that's exhausting.
I mean, that's called communicating with a human being.
Yeah, I don't have time to communicate to you, let alone some fucking
what world
some schmohawk on the street.
You get to do that in every circumstance. Because if you could do that,
I said it was.
No, what I'm saying is, if I walk by and you say some slick shit about me, I'm just duffing you in your fucking head. So we're not talking about nothing.
I'll be like, no, I meant pump.
Right, and then I hit, you know what I mean? If you say, oh, fat wop, oh, that's what I call my friend JoJo. But I walk by and you said fat wop, you're getting
This is what I'm saying, right?
And this is coming from a dude that gets whopped yearly for talking shit. So I wouldn't be saying anything on the street if I was you, Sicko.
So, music.
Anyway.
So if you wanted to get back to music, I'll say another thing is that, ignorance is bliss, because you're saying the reggae stuff's about anti-homophobe.
Some of it.
He doesn't even know how to speak the language. Anti-homophobia would be pro-gay.
I'll help him a lot. Yes, some of it is.
So this is the first time I've been hearing
a lot of it.
This is the first time I've been hearing of it.
You know, to be
I just listen to music, dude.
So you're telling me you weren't aware that the fact that Jamaican culture is...
No idea.
Really?
No idea. I just listen to music. Dude, if you told me right now Fight the Power was about the Energizer Bunny, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely, I agree with it. That's definitely the type of dude he is.
Absolutely. I thought you were going to say you agree with him like you agree.
No. That's not a shot at you. That's just your personality.
Well, I'll say you're a fucking retard.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah.
He's right. I mean, you might be a retarded person.
That's what I'm saying. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Oh, that's your life, though. Your life as a square is living like...
With that John Travolta hair.
With that bouffant.
But reggae music is so much better for me because I don't even know what the fuck they're saying.
Okay.
But I like the beat and I can dance to it.
And that's but see, now you just specifically said reggae. A lot of people think that, dog.
Yeah.
Now the fact you just said that, now in general, you said the Public Enemy about Energizer Bunny. I know you were being funny, but what I'm saying is, mad people don't know that reggae culture is homophobic.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My
I mean,
mom,
I'm being
my
dead
mom
serious.
is as left as it goes. So is my aunt, and they love reggae because they don't know what the fuck is being. They don't.
Now, I mean, if you said to me, that certain country or whatever doesn't like gay people, I'd be like, oh, I understand that 100%. Like,
But when you bought the Pathfinder, we were doing the demos, and I used to play "Boom Bye Bye" in the Batty Boy head.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. It just
All right, "Boom Bye Bye" is go
Okay.
bad. Batty Boy is a gay person, so he was saying murder, not. I don't like murder gay people. That he couldn't get into certain states and into the country at certain times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like hardcore. Yo, Beanie Man. He's sitting here with the girl from the Juno gimmick. What's her name again?
Ellen Page, I think.
And he's explaining to her, "I love you. You can come to Jamaica, but no, none for this. This not Rastafari. You break law of the." He's basically like, "I'm not going to like do anything.
Yeah.
But if you think that I'm going to say shit is sweet." You know what I mean? It's out there. Y'all can check it. Look, Ellen Page,
And the thing
Beanie
is,
Man. It's out there. I'm not making shit up.
If you disagree with him, that's fine. But you have to respect it. You have to let it live.
For me, as a lifelong reggae fan, that's just part of what I.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't have to respect it, and I don't have to let it live.
No, you have to respect.
I don't give a fuck what he thinks.
That's by respect it. That's what I mean. Like you.
Yeah, but you respect it enough to not listen to it.
No, to be honest with you, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, 90% of the Jamaican music I listen to is stuff from the 60s about rude boys breaking up the dance hall.
Okay, and I guarantee you they were homophobes.
Regardless, they ain't singing about it, and they ain't talking about it.
I like
so
you and
have
I
your
get
own-
a little tension.
It's all a work. Work in the march.
But when
pal.
remember when I
They
was
don't know
sending you,
that.
we're not going to talk about the artist, but remember I sent you the picture and you're like, oh, he kills people.
What? I don't remember.
Remember I was like, are you hip to blah, blah, blah? And you were like, I think so, but let me see a picture. I sent him, you're like, oh, he murders people every day.
Who was it? Ninja Man?
Maybe Ninja Man, maybe Capleton.
Cool, baby.
Wing to the
Cool, baby.
wings of the morning, come rope. Reach on, teach on the people. I mean, them dudes are like hard body homophobes, like all day. Like,
And I'm hard body, I ain't. So fuck them.
you got a hot body too.
You want to meet in the fucking, they can, I'll meet them in the parking lot. We'll see
Here's-
what's what.
Here's the thing, too.
You heard me.
whoa,
And you'll back me up too.
Whoa,
You will.
whoa! I have to.
I mean, it is what it is.
Whether I want to or not, I have to. I'm forced.
No, I don't got. In all honesty, I don't have heat with that. I don't have heat with what their opinion is.
I'm
But
forced to back everything you do.
I know you do.
I mean, could be, no, but I got to do.
It's cool B yes. You know it's cool B yes.
No, could be, yes, but I gotta, whether or not I agree, the guy looks at me and goes, could be? I go, guy, could be, yes, and I gotta hit him, whether or not I agree with the gimmick or not.
It is what it is. That's crew shit.
That's what
Can we
these-
fucking talk about Mania now? Like, this is fucking exhausting. And I'm fucking.
What are y'all drained from this shit?
No.
A little bit?
It's a little hot in here.
It is. Because this fucking Stallone, it's fucking, he can't get the temperature right in here.
I feel like last time we were in here, it was perfect.
I don't. I think he's
Well,
trying to
because
sweat
it
me
was-
out to get rid of my business.
Because it was 6 degrees outside, and now it's like 65, and
right.
everything's all fucked up.
Right. Exactly.
Can we get into Mania now, pal?
I mean, we can get into whatever you want to get into.
Let's get into Mania. I'm tired of talking serious.
Jeffomania running wild.
This is the-
Hold on.
right.
So with that said, does anyone have anything to say to wrap that up? The answer is, are we all at the point where we're elevated enough to accept shit for what? That's what I think the point of this conversation for us. I'm not talking about the world.
Sure.
I'm not talking for the people listening.
Sure.
For us, I think we got to the point where we got elevated enough to say, I love reggae music. I might not dig what this is. I love punk rock music. I might not dig what this guy says. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
I know
but
that-
we
that
argued it out.
I'll say for me, like with age, like if we were having the discussion 20 years ago, I'd be a much more hard line about like I won't listen to this because
and I would be much more hardline the other way. I'd be like, yo, fuck that. I'm a homophobe. But time eases.
Yeah.
And
time eases.
It rounds the edges a little
bit. It does. And you start thinking, wait a second, man.
Well, you start living more of life and you start experiencing different things and you start knowing different people than
and hopefully, you know, by the time you reach your late 20s, 30s, you have an idea. Like the whole thing with finding punk rock when you're young is you find an identity. And when, you know, when you grow into a man, you're supposed to have your own identity. You don't need to have a culture behind whatever. You're your own man. So for me, these things matter less and less with each passing year.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
your world becomes bigger.
There was a kid on my Instagram who was like, yes, so I'm old school when I found punk rock in 1996. And my head didn't know how to respond because old me wanted to bark on him and be like, the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, who am I, man?
Exactly. I don't even care about
it. I just let him live. But I was like, yo, if you discovered punk rock in 96, you might contemplate jumping off a bridge.
Contemplate it hard. But yeah, I just find the older that I get, the less these things matter. Like, I know what I believe. I know what I stand for. I listen to music to listen to music.
No, just what I think we all wanted to cover the topics of all this shit. We all listen to Slayer. We all Satan worshipers. They're not Satan worshipers.
Exactly.
So who is the Mark? It's about marks and I mean, how many? Are you a mark or you're not a mark?
That's really what everything comes down to.
Everything comes down to
the business.
Everything is the work and the business. Now, as far as Mania, I have lots of heat. Explain to them what day it is and what we're going into because we're not going to be live next week, correct?
Right. So right now it's
the 25th,
March the 25th at fucking whatever
3:30. It's 3:30 a.m.
in the morning.
March 25th. There's going to be another Raw.
Yeah, there's a Raw Monday, and this show is going to drop Wednesday. So, like,
we're not speaking on the one that drops.
Yeah,
but
so
they
this
have
is
been
it.
The fucking shits.
This is our fucking wrap up before Mania. This is our go home show.
Yes,
this is it.
Sicko, have you been watching?
I haven't lately.
Pablo,
no.
What's that?
It's fucking failures.
I mean,
that's doodaloos to both of you.
Is the Rock
that
on?
Doodaloo is to both of you. You're fired.
He'll probably be on Monday, I'm guessing.
Who?
The Rock. Rocky.
He might come up.
Monday is what they call the go home show, which is the Raw before WrestleMania. It's the last one before WrestleMania.
The last time they have to pop everyone into.
Yeah. This is the selling one. This is it.
Is the build up with no wrestling? Like, is a lot of prepping the fight?
I don't know what's going to happen.
But what do they usually have? Like,
you mean up until now? Because I'll tell you, up until now, we keep going, yo, when are they going to do something?
That's what I'm saying.
No, nothing.
Don't they wait for the
main event? Nothing is
know.
happening that we text each other where we say, yo, could you believe that shit happened? Nothing.
So my guess is...
Here we go.
The actual show is going to have to... Something huge is going to have to happen.
That's what I've heard is they're going to go so all out on the actual show.
And the part 2 of it, which is the Monday after
it, which leads into the next part of the year.
The next,
whatever it's called, quarter.
Yes, thank you.
As of right now, we have a bunch. All the dudes me and Gavin love, they're not put up at the top. But I mean, what is Steen doing? What
happened Monday with him? Is he working at? There's like him against fucking 6 motherfuckers or something. Yeah. Is that for Mania?
Dog,
like, I don't even know what's happening.
He's in matches with dudes who are mid carders.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I something has to be planned for Mania and Raw, the following Raw. Something has to fucking go down.
I mean, like,
I think it's gonna
I'm going to quote you: if Andre the Giant doesn't come back to life, like he's not reanimated.
Well, no.
Reanimator?
What we were saying was we're not going to be able to comment on the Go Home Raw
because we're not going to be here.
Yeah. So, but it doesn't matter because nothing's fucking happening. So all focus is on Mania and the Raw,
and we will be able to comment on that,
right?
Because we'll be right back.
Exactly.
Here. But what's going on is, to those who don't know or maybe don't care, and we're trying to keep it interesting, is that nothing is being done.
Well, it doesn't matter that we're not going to see Monday because nothing's happening.
So you think this month? No, you're right. You're right.
This Monday.
But Sicko, a picture there's. Remember the Super Bowl of Hardcore? Now the Black and Blue Bowl. Mm-hmm. Imagine they just put no one on it that's good, and you're disappointed. Mm-hmm. Every year, the Black and Blue Bowl is great because they know that that's the one time of year. You know what I'm saying? And this year's great too. So what is happening now is, imagine the main event is like you versus Scott for WrestleMania. That's what's happening to me. And
I was going to ask, is this like a general consensus among wrestling heads, or is this just used to?
Yeah, but me and Vinny decided not too long ago that we're going to stop being so fucking negative about everything, because the cool thing now is to be about wrestling. The cool thing now is to just shit all over the fucking everything they do.
Certainly.
It's kind of hard not to shit all over everything they do when everything they're doing is shit.
Like, we made this conscious effort to be like, look. This isn't.
Nobody's fucking forcing us to watch this bullshit.
Nobody forces our lives to text each other at 8 a.m. about who landed a punch and who broke whose nose, and we keep doing it, then shitting on it, then talking Lucha Underground. He goes, "I'm done," and then 2 hours later he texts me that somebody quit or we had company. We're wrapped up.
Yeah,
but we made this conscious effort to be like, look, the older we get, man, this cool thing of our generation, meaning everyone in this room,
absolutely,
to shit on everything, every hardcore record, every rap record,
that goes far beyond.
I think of it about you. I'm like, this guy's just miserable and he shits on everything. And this TV show stinks, this movie stinks, this director stinks. So I took it to Gavin and was like, look, we're not going to be like that. We're going to be happy about what they give us. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And then the next week, we're like, this is the worst thing in the world.
Well, you see, but the thing is, man, like, it became cool, especially in the wrestling thing, to be like, if you think you're in the know, to critique and to say, like, oh, I have a better idea for this and I have a better idea for that. You're talking about a motherfucker who made billions of dollars on this fucking business. And you know what? You don't know better. You don't know better, motherfucker. Just because it's not relating to you right now doesn't mean that you fucking know better or your stupid fuck idea is fucking better than anything they're doing.
No, because I'll tell you why. Because he told me about shooting on them, and this is why I backed him up. Let's say a kid tells you he found punk rock in '96, and he starts telling you about why and what records aren't good. Mm-hmm. If I put a gun to your head, what would you say your favorite punk rock record is? Jesus Christ. Name a record you like. It doesn't got to be punk rock. Name a record you've been listening to.
Never mind the books.
All right. So a kid from '96 is telling you why that shit. Is your head going to explode?
Yeah.
You hesitated, like your head is going to explode. Don't be difficult.
Absolutely, no hesitation.
That's what's happening in regards to me and him. These kids are called smart marks. They study the internet. They're nerds. They live in pavement. They know nothing about working. They know nothing about
hardcore is filled with them.
So what I hear, they know nothing about taking bumps. They know they shit on John Cena, and me and Gavin don't like John Cena, but me and Gavin don't like John Cena for a totally different reason that they don't like John Cena.
Yeah, like we're enjoying ourselves. We don't like John Cena, the character, the gimmick, the fucking thing. John Cena is probably the best guy in the fucking world. And you know what? Not for nothing, but works his fucking ass off when he's fucking working. Is he fucking whoever the fuck? No. Is he fucking Finn Balor? No. Like, can he work on that level?
Young
no.
Terry Funk? No. But
he's there every fucking night working his fucking ass off. These fucking kids don't know shit about shit, man.
This guy's sucks, blah, blah, blah. And me and Gavin will go, this guy sucks. And I'm like, no, we can say this sucks and you can say this sucks. And it's for two totally different reasons.
Right.
It's the same way with music, man. When you say, if I say a new Slayer record sucks and a 19-year-old says a new Slayer record sucks, it's totally different. He didn't see the Rain and Blood tour. Now, I don't say Slayer sucks. I love Slayer. I love everything they do to a fault. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy I am. You know what I'm saying?
That's the kind of band they are.
That's the kind of guy I am. So as far as Mania is concerned, to me, it's a shit show. They're trying to break the record, right?
Yeah, 120,000.
You know what Shiki Baby says, 90,000. I break back 90,000 Michigan, Pontiac, or whatever.
Yeah, the Silver
Dome, they're trying to break that with 100,000 people with nobody there.
120. And the thing is, the brand, I've said this from the get, the brand is so strong that they will fill that fucking stadium because they make it a week, it's like a week-long event. You know what I mean? They will absolutely fill up to 120 fucking people in that place. No problem. But it's not because of what they're presenting, it's because the brand itself is
basically what it is, it's become the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's playing in the Super Bowl.
No, the shit the bad.
Doesn't matter.
No, that'll break the record.
Yep.
And that's people are talking about First off, Vince will buy fucking 10,000 tickets if that's what it takes to fucking.
You forget that the whole thing's a work.
Everything is a
work. What the fuck? There'll be all these people like, no, they're going to have like 70,000. Fuck you! It's going to be 120,000 people, one way or the other. You
that
asshole.
Place holds 120,000 people. They're going to say 147,000 people were there.
Easy.
There were people on the roof. That's going to be his gimmick. So many people came in that there were people on the roof.
People forget what's what. People forget the fucking foundation.
Forget. What do you mean forget? They don't know what's what. They never knew from the rip.
They'll pull people off the street and be like, you want to be on TV? Come sit here, get free
everything has been a work since.
And the new thing that I'm not having is the everybody taking every opportunity they can to shit on fucking Roman. And you know what? I ain't a fucking fan either. But this fucking kid has been in the business for like 10 fucking minutes, and he's put into an impossible fucking spot. And these fucking smarks are just shitting on him every fucking chance they get. Like, motherfucker, what do you do besides type on your fucking computer?
I mean, like, you and I talk all the time about, we'll say whatever we want between each other, but I ain't going on.
That's what I'm saying. This motherfucker.
To me, I ain't feeling it, but this motherfucker's working every day.
Every day, and put it, again, into an impossible fucking position. How's that his fucking fault? How's it his fucking fault? And how about that dude who talked shit on him and fucking got answered by fucking Rikishi?
Oh, well, once you get signed by, it was Johnny Mundo.
Yeah. Like, yo.
No, you don't fuck with Samoans.
Let me tell you
I'm
something.
Telling you straight up and down.
You want to fuck around. That's the wrong motherfucker to fuck with.
He was like, oh, say word?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to see you. It wasn't even tough guy shit. Literally.
It's just like, oh, okay. Well, then it is
that
what
was
it is.
Literally what he said. Oh, word? You work as hard as him? We gonna bump heads. That's G shit. Word, yo, I'm a word of mother. That's G shit. Like, yo, I'm gonna.
It's pretty well known in the wrestling business that the Samoans are not to be fucked with.
Absolutely.
It's a family of people who've been around forever.
It's pretty known in the gang biz too with Booyah Tribe.
Right. So it goes back to like Alpha and Sika from the early 80s and, you know, on and on and on. The Rock is part of it. They're all cousins and fucking related
all
in some way.
Literally, if you're a Samoan, you're related to them.
Roman is related, one way or the other.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so this guy, this fucking dude.
I did not know that.
Yeah, oh yeah, dog.
So this dude who was fucking had very minor success went on Twitter and fucking started talking shit like a smart mark about Roman.
He was like, "I'll wrestle him when he learns how to wrestle."
Yeah, and Rikishi, who is however
the Usos. Father, so it's like
his second uncle or something.
Dog, they're like,
it's all hooked up.
It's all a deal.
Yeah, he got on there who's a fucking heavy, figurative and literally, like he's no joke, and he fucking got on there and was like, oh, okay, for real? You're gonna talk shit? You fucking whatever you are? Okay, cool. Like, just basically like, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Right,
like, you're an asshole, dude. You don't fucking bump heads with the Samoans, man. Bad idea, brother.
Well, that's like, aren't you supposed to sort of follow Like, are you supposed to be talking out of pocket like that?
No, but he got fired by Vince.
Oh.
No, he wasn't in the cipher.
Gotcha, okay.
So he was like,
Gotcha.
they lured him in some interview.
Plus, everybody's fucking blah blah on the Twitter, man. There's no fucking etiquette with anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's sitting in their fucking mom's basement, like blah 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 on the fucking Twitter.
You know
like,
what's funny?
Yeah, I mean, the thing he's saying about wrestling is the shit that people do with me with rap music. It's like everybody is blah, blah, blah. There's no picture. There's no where you from. I go, pussy, come meet me on the corner of 5th and Girard.
Right.
I'll give you there in 10 minutes. Oh, fuck your mother. That's the response. No, just go here and I'll beat you up. My man will hold the little camera. I'll duff you. And then why don't you come then?
And then we'll go get a drink.
And then, I mean, I might buy you a cheesesteak while I'll pick you up. Could be.
Could be.
Maybe not.
Let me give you a ride to your ass whooping.
So that's it. We got Taker and fucking Shane.
Yeah.
Don't care. We got Helmsley and Roman, which is fine. I mean, I like what Helmsley's been doing.
I mean, Hunter will make it all right.
Yeah. What else we got?
Steen versus 9 people.
No, I'm all right with Steen doing it.
I mean, as long as Steen talks shit during the match, like he did when he told AJ Jericho, you as much as you loathe Jericho, that's going to be a good one.
Well, let me tell you something.
I'm just telling you.
Well, let me tell you this.
That's going to be good business.
I've seen the kind of build up to that.
Yo, man.
Let me tell you this. Since this last time Jericho has turned,
him
I like what he's doing
because
now.
He's coming out.
Playing pure
heel.
He's not fucking catering to fucking catchphrases.
And
he's not doing any of that.
Doing a tweener gimmick.
Yeah.
He's shitting on
pure
him.
heel.
You're
like
a newbie.
Yep.
I'm going to show you how but what I'm saying is I know even when he can work, man.
Yeah, of course.
And AJ can go. Like
Yeah.
if they give them dudes 25 minutes, you might be talking match of the year. Because they're going to do everything.
Oh, at Mania, sure.
Spot. Yo, when you hit me, lean in on it. Blow it up. Blow my nose up. I don't care. I'm telling you, that's what they're saying to each other.
Yeah, sure.
We're stealing this shit because nobody else can go like us. If you look at it, from the top to the bottom, who can go like those two? Brock and Ambrose, dog? How are they going to put that over?
I don't know. Well, I'm guessing it's just going to be a fucking
the
gimmick match.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. Like, I mean, if you do some wild shit, cool.
I mean, you want to get me interested, you bring in Cactus one week and you bring in fucking Terry the next week to do a promo with Dean. Like, I'm interested now. I'm in.
Yeah, now I'm interested, but when the bell rings, I'm back to where I was.
Who's coming in Monday to give him something?
It better be fucking Von Erich.
It better be Abby with a fork.
It better be.
I'm into that.
It better be Kerry Von Erich dug up from the grave.
It better be Georgie Animal Steel.
Nice.
I'm all
For
right
an
with
object.
that.
I'm all right with that, too.
You know what's funny? Mentioning, how people seem to like to talk slick when they're on the online and they say, Vinny,
The online.
There's something we kind of touched on the last episode, but you seem to be a magnet for getting these, we'll just call it very strange correspondence.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I think you do. I think there's a little something called Vinny's mailbag.
It's not, I say Dear Vin is what I was calling it.
I like that.
Dear Vin?
Dear Vin.
I'm not mad at Dear Vin.
Dear Vin.
But I was mad. I had heat with the segment after I listened back to it.
All right, so give me the business.
So the one was I don't know we didn't name the kid, but let's
don't need nobody named.
Let's call him. Let's just call him Milosh because he sounded like he was from Eastern Europe. You know what I'm saying?
That.
So he asked a question, right? How do I get Twitter followers? And what did Vinnie Paz say? Fuck you. Go fuck your mother.
All right, I mean.
So now this kid has like an Oedipus
Oedipus
complex.
Oedipus?
I don't know.
Wow. You know,
if he is, he's completely
It's wrong because Oedipus complex
Means you wanna fuck your mother.
Right, that's what you told him to do. Now this kid's all fucked up.
Oh, okay.
He is right. He is right, but in a very weird.
He didn't know. He
didn't. He threw it at the wall and hoped that it would stick.
I know what I'm saying.
You want me to respond, or you just
yeah.
tell?
So this, I mean, I think you owe Milosh an apology.
I think he should fuck his mother twice.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck you and your mother. So here's
So what do you have for us tonight? Then,
what I have for you tonight is a guy who now he can't write or spell properly, even though he is American. So should I read it the way he wrote it? First,
absolutely. Then translate.
Yeah.
Iced. E-A-I-S-T. What'd you call that? Iced?
Wow. That's like way too many vowels without a consonant.
Iced place in the U space S to pick up pussy.
Wow.
So this guy
That's the best place.
So this guy wrote me and either said best place in the US to pick up pussy.
Was there a question
That
mark
was
at the
it?
end?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's asking a question.
Yes.
I wonder what the answer. What's the answer?
Wow.
Where do we?
What is my answer?
Yeah.
That's a strange question, man. Leave me alone.
Like that.
Dear Vinnie, part 2? Or
Yeah,
Please, keep it coming.
You gotta give us at least
I can't believe we
3.
got an answer.
do a verse for me on the Slice track. I know you'd kill it. Ha. Be crazy, though. Irish and the Taliban, man. Wrecking shit.
Wow.
What?
I sort of know what he's going for, I think. But it's fucking mangled.
Okay.
That might be like for ISIS Records or something like that.
Dear Vinnie, part 3?
Please.
Please.
I'm your biggest fan, man. Man, no problem. All right. All right. So I'm with them. I'm like, all right.
You got me in.
That was nice.
Visit us in our crib, bro.
Yes!
Just chilling around and listening to a vinyl, my friend.
A vinyl.
JMT, of course. You want to visit us in Salzburg? Take a walk.
Wow.
I like to
That
listen
is
to
the
a
end
vinyl
of
from
Dear
time to time.
Vin.
Just chilling around.
Just chilling, man.
Listening to
Just chilling around.
a vinyl.
I
We
like a
will be
little
back after this
vinyl.
break. Come back,
We need one.
motherfuckers.
Hey, this is Lee Bing from Fear, and I'm looking for my good friend Vinnie Paz at Broad Street Breakdown. I'm from Kensington and Allegheny, right across the street from the Nativity Church on Allegheny Avenue, right up the street from the Frankfurt L, from Polshutsky's Pier down the street, and I'm always thinking about my good friends in Philadelphia, the only place where you can get decent food in this whole wide world.
Pablo,
We're rolling.
it's a whole new world.
It is. We're still earlier than we used to be.
I know.
What's the word? We back. Lord of mercy. So yeah. How, are y'all enjoying my Dear Vin? I'm just looking at
I'm
the
a
control,
huge
man.
fan
I'm
of
just,
Dear Vin.
it's out of line, right? I mean,
out of
that's just the
control.
tip of the iceberg if y'all really want to get down. So, ladies and germs, it's been, 2-3 weeks ago since we've been here, right?
It's been a while.
Because we've talked how we miss it. Because you and I,
Absolutely.
we've had a little personal, Jones, how this like makes us feel complete.
Yep.
Truth be told, right?
Totally.
Yeah, I mean,
all my weeks have been all fucked up.
If I'm not in the studio and I'm not with y'all and I'm not doing this and making music, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
So with that said,
One of the giant voids in our lives.
Well, yeah, there's a
that has
void.
been created is we haven't learned how to save any money lately.
we haven't, and I'm not sure that I
just
want
don't
to
fucking
learn,
get
but
it, man, you don't get it. It's not about saving money, dude.
all right. Well, look, man, you have a whole segment to explain yourself.
Teach us. Keep us informed.
So with that said, we are going to get into this week's edition of
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
Pete Jiggy, Professor Pablo, Professor Fitness. Is that your name?
That's right.
How you living, Pop?
I'm feeling great now, man. I haven't felt this good in a long time.
He's had time to work on this one, so I'm like double.
Well, no, if he truly believes in his own hype, he should be feeling good right now. So P, you got something for us this week? Because I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Your couple, they've been a little bit meds on meds.
Yeah, and I got an answer for you. Go
Okay.
fuck yourself, because
Because why? Because why?
this is the way I live my life, and you were like, we're gonna make a segment out of it. So like, I'm not looking for a reassurance from you. I'm just doing my own thing. Whether you want to follow it or not, that's your problem.
I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, typically I would just jump across the room and beat the dog shit out of him.
We know that story. Now I'm Mr.
I mean, if you want to get beat up I'll beat you up before the shit can happen.
Professor Fitness.
Again, I gotta point out that it's 4:30 in the morning. Like I ain't helping you. Like I
thought you were gonna say you're not getting up. You're too tired to get up.
That as well. Like I'm not stopping Vinny at this point. Like how about it, man? I don't know what to tell you.
I've told you a million times, the only thing that saved you from getting the fucking shit slapped out of you is that you're halfway across the room and I'm too lazy to get up.
I agree.
All right, now you ready with your fucking?
Means he might shoot at you.
Are you ready with your fucking bad tip you've been ruining for the past 3? This segment used to be good.
Again, let's just say, let's get back to the intro that this is not about saving money. This is about utilizing what you have on hand to the fullest.
Okay, I don't know. Sicko, do you? Are you?
I gotta explain myself time and time again on the internet. You gotta explain it. People are like, yo, you could save money, but it's not about that. It's about, imagine being on a desert island, you open up a treasure chest, and that's what you have. That's what Pablo Cheapo, that's how I live my life. That all has to get used.
All right.
That's all you got.
I wish he lived his life on a desert.
Yeah, I wish you were on the desert island, but
who would fucking drive you around, sicko?
I like that too.
Well done.
I mean, that's all right. That's all right. But I mean, I understand that, and I like that. So you're saying like you're working with what you got. That's what you're saying. But are you denying that you're cheap?
I never deny that.
All right.
That's all we
never deny.
All right, that's all.
Okay. So let's take it back to where I like to work the most. The fucking test lab, the test kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Back in the kitchen. Then we're going to talk about Jeff's favorite part of the day. What's Jeff's favorite meal?
Breakfast.
Breakfast, motherfucker. We were going to open up our own restaurant just serving breakfast, and somebody stole our idea. So now we can't even do that. We're poor again.
Who did?
There's a spot in Jersey. All they do is breakfast.
Jersey don't count for nothing.
All right.
We were just saying Jersey was fake.
They got fucking omelets for days. So this spot, right? So what I like for breakfast, I do a bread. I like some bagels. I know the OG's gonna. I like bagels.
Yeah. Hurry up with your story.
Bagels too.
Bagels.
One of my favorite is poppy seed bagels.
Poppy seed bagels.
So you make yourself a poppy seed bagel.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, there's some poppy seeds still in the fucking.
Tell me you grow.
There's poppy seeds where?
There's still remnants of poppy seed on the plate, and they're also in the original bag that you buy the 6-pack in.
Oh, more in the bag.
No.
So what happens is,
man.
You got like an old one that like an old spice jar or whatever, and you just fucking dump them poppy seeds in there, and you reuse them for like future meals.
What the fuck?
So
wait. What do poppy seeds go on?
Besides bagels.
Yeah, right. Chicken, man. Do you like poppy seed chicken? What? Delicious. Poppy seeds are very delicious. Have a lot of flavor.
Yeah, Sicko, take this over because I don't know that that's correct.
I mean, I'm not an expert in cuisine, but I've never heard of poppy seeds on chicken before.
Is it like if you just want to have some shit stuck in your teeth, you could just like
or
if you want to save heroin,
or if you want to save some money and you buy the regular bagels, and now bang, next thing you know, they're poppy seed bagels.
See, that's where I thought you were going.
How do you get the poppy seeds to stay on the bagel? Wouldn't they just fall off?
The butter will apply. The butter will apply to the new bagel.
So you put the butter on it and then
sprinkles it on. Yeah,
you can't put butter on the outside.
I'm saying it goes on the inside. You just got to double up on it. You got to double inside. You double up. You shake that shit out of that.
That don't taste right.
All right, let me restart this from the beginning. What you're saying is anything that has poppy seeds on it, you are gathering them and reusing them.
Yes.
Would that be correct?
Yes. Goes back in the spice rack.
You really do this?
You will see the video. You will see the video.
That doesn't matter. You can work that too.
No, man. Now proceed as if he's not work. This is the shoot. Please proceed.
Are you saying Pablo? Do you amass enough to make a dinner for 10? No, it's a work in progress.
Did you do this previous to us doing the segment on the podcast?
Vin, can you explain? None of my stuff is as of 2016.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you think I was in the lab in November figuring out how to do Rick candles?
Yeah, you're always trying to get yourself over. So you're coming up with whatever. No, the candle thing, no. But this one,
I'm going to admit I am running out of tips because I have, but all the tips that are coming at you or original tips.
Tips are coming at me. I mean, I'll be honest. You know how Gavin tells a story, and then in his head he might be like, "Yo, but I'm running out of stories."
Right.
I think you will never run out of cheapness. So you think you're running out, but next week you'll do some cheap shit that. I mean, I know stories that you haven't told, so I'll remind you of them if you want.
You might have to just.
I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it a buck.
Well, I mean, this was a perfect example.
I'm not trying to be funny. I know Johns that you'll be like, "Oh shit, I remember that."
This one I forgot all about until I made a run to the supermarket and I was like, "Oh, let me get some pop seeds," and I was like, "Fucking A!" Like again, I live the life so much that I don't even realize
That's what
it's a potential cheapo tip of the week because I'm in it. I'm in the shit.
See, that's why you say, "Yo, I'm running out." I'm like, "You're not," because you don't even know that your existence is cheap.
Yeah, you're gonna have to remind me.
No, I mean, like one night of all of us going out, you just tell a story of your life, and there's 5 stories.
Yeah.
You tell one story of taking your daughter to the soccer match, and there'll be
I mean, another example. This isn't a tip, but like,
no,
when
you
I'm,
better not waste nothing right now.
It's nothing.
All right.
But like, for example, you do the dishes in the dishwasher, but some of the big pots you got to do in the sink.
Okay.
So in my head, I'm like, well, if this water's in this big pot, then I'm going to use this water for the other shit I'm washing. So I try to get another pot in the sink with the other pot and roll it over, and I end up like fucking almost flooding the whole kitchen because the fucking sink isn't big enough and the water goes everywhere. But in my head, I'm like, I have to save this water.
Does your family take
That's dirty
successive
water. How do you?
baths in the same bath water?
No.
That's dirty
That's good.
water, though. How you wash
But
dishes with
it's
dirty
all
water?
it's all in the rinse cycle. Because the soak cycle. I'm sorry, you got to soak the pots first.
Yeah, but when
I
you
don't
soak
know.
the pot,
Like, at what point is your wife like, "Yo, man, you need to go away"?
She's out of she's nowhere to be found in this part.
Maybe that's
you
the
soak the
problem.
When
pot.
you reuse the
If it doesn't inconvenience her, then she turns a what do you call it, a blind eye?
Yeah,
Fair
that's-
enough.
yeah.
I mean, I can't blame her.
Yeah.
I mean, she should turn a blind eye to your whole existence.
When you soak the pot,
Yeah, exactly. You don't. if you
the
move
water then becomes
dirt.
yeah.
But that's just for soaking. Then you rinse it with the hot water with the
So you
soap.
dump that water out.
No, don't insult me.
What?
You dump that water into the other pot that needs to get.
It's dirty.
It's dirty
fucking
and has all the
water.
gravy
That's
in
all
there.
just for the soak cycle.
Yeah, okay. So I think
This
I
can't
see
be
what you're
real.
saying. The soak cycle, in your opinion, is just to get the hard shit.
Right. That's
And
right.
then it's not hot anymore.
It doesn't matter.
It's not hot anymore. You got to use hot water.
It
to
doesn't
soak-
have to necessarily be super
Yeah,
hot.
it
Yes,
does.
it does, man. What the fuck is
Water
going
will
on in
just
your head?
loosen up all the whatever's in the pots.
But how long do you
No,
leave
that's
those
not
pots
true.
that they got hard in the first
That's
place?
not true at all.
What do you use? The hard Philly water? I don't know
I
what
should
your
just
water
shut
is. Yeah,
Scott's
Scott.
dropping like 8 a.m.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I'm
Scott,
just-
to live like this, you have to replace hard with difficult, and then you won't get in it.
Not bad.
Get hip.
I mean, look,
I'm more fucked up
Get
about this
hip.
poppy seed thing than the water.
I'm
I
like,
love poppy seeds, man.
No,
No, the
poppy
water's
seed
more-
thing's
the water-
fucking,
it's
just
on-
like a whole fucking.
the
other level.
water's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Now that
Poppy
I-
seeds are blowing my mind.
You get a
If we went
twofer
to the
today,
house-
man. You get a twofer.
If
The
we went to the
poppy
house right now,
seeds-
would there really be a container of poppy seeds?
Yes.
But with pieces of
Not a
stuffed
lot.
bagel
I'm
on
just saying,
them?
there's not, you don't accumulate a lot, but it's enough to where I'm like, why should this be thrown in the trash when it could be used for a nice a future dish?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of times when the poppy seeds fall off, there's a piece of bagel left on it.
But that butter preserves for future
All right, man. We're going, like, you want to go down
You
a
know butter
dark.
goes rancid if you don't refrigerate it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a
no,
dog
it doesn't.
place
Butter
with this guy,
you
man.
can leave a butter out for like a month.
Oh my
There's so
God.
much salt in the butter.
I just got so sick to my stomach.
I'm getting nauseated.
That's-
Google that. Google it.
I know that
You're not
can,
even
but
you're not supposed to
you-
put butter in the fridge either. It's supposed to stay on the kitchen table.
That was in like 1842,
That was,
man.
they made it that way so people didn't croak, not because it was good for them.
I'm just saying,
God.
you're not going to die from butter.
With that said,
Bacteria that accumulates
You
on
will
the
die
butter.
for butter.
with that said, I mean, I don't even know how to end this other than to just say.
Just to end it.
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
It is what it is. I mean, what can I say?
I mean, you're gold, man. You really are. You're the star.
Wow, that was rough.
Gavin, I mean, that's one of the roughest ones, no.
Jeez.
I don't like the water thing.
I don't like the
not-
butter.
You didn't even
thing.
like.
Yeah, let me just dump fucking water down the drain. Like
Yes!
there's water in the world to be used.
It's water. It falls from the sky.
And it's dirty. It needs to be processed.
So
and cleaned.
What you're doing is more dirty.
You got 2 pots.
I don't want to keep doing this, man.
You made gravy in the one, and you ate, and you had dinner, and it's been sitting there for an hour and a half.
Yes.
He puts the water in there to let that break up.
Hot water.
Yeah.
Because
Then
that's what's
uses
breaking it up.
uses that to move over to the other thing.
How long do you let it sit there and soak?
Until I can get shit ready to clean the kitchen.
How long is that?
Let's just
2
say
hours.
20 minutes. No, not that long. I got shit to do, man. Maybe like half hour.
That's
got-
not even
he's
enough
got
to let it
poppy
soak.
seeds to
See,
scrape.
he already is a metagon with learning.
Forget it.
You know what I mean?
It's all fucked.
First off, these
I still have a pot soaking right now from
exactly
7 o'clock tonight.
When my mom makes gravy, it's 2 days of soaking because the shit
you
is
got-
real.
Thank you. Goodbye with that.
Honestly, goodbye. I'm gonna take a stroke. I am really
I'm
gonna take.
catching the high blood pressure. over here.
Honestly, Hendry, I'm taking a stroke.
Jesus. I think that just means it's time to move on.
It is.
And that brings us to
What are we moving
everyone's,
to, Sicko? This is your gimmick.
everyone's favorite game show, the word association. By now, you all know the rules. We don't have to go through it. So we just need to decide which order are we going to go.
I say we start with Scott.
Start in the middle?
That's the middle.
That's crazy.
Who's the
I
middle?
like it.
What if that's first? Who decides what's the middle?
Because he's in between.
I'm in between.
Right. You would be part of the middle.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So you want me to
like
start?
the Supreme Court right now?
It don't matter to me. You decide.
You decide.
We decided on Scott.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Scott, then who?
But with direction.
You.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, man, I'm getting upset.
So
George is getting upset.
So real quick, some.
I mean, yo, man, you really anything you say right now is so fucked up after what I just heard from you.
Oh, shit.
Because I'll be honest, man, your shit is mad funny.
Yo,
but the soaking gimmick is fucking vile.
The
man.
bull said you don't gotta refrigerate butter.
He ended it with that though.
Jesus.
I'm
you
still
got like 3 in 1 pop tonight.
Jesus.
I mean,
what's the point of not refrigerating the butter?
I refrigerate butter, but he's saying sometimes little butter remnants get on the leftover poppy seeds, and I'm saying don't worry about that. Just reuse it like a month or something.
I'm just concerned.
You think I'm going to wash poppy seeds and then reuse them? I'm not crazy.
I mean, he is good.
Get out while you can.
I mean,
Get out while you can.
He is good. He is good tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I was just going to say that.
It is.
I was just going to say that a fan wrote in and said maybe for this we could call it the gimmick game. I don't know if you still want to do words.
Gimmick game?
The gimmick game.
No, we're still looking for that. We'll decide.
So I threw that out there.
No,
just
that's
to
cool.
say.
Gimmick
I'm
game,
mad at
gimmick
that.
gang. We're going to decide everything that comes in.
Yeah.
We take into account.
At least, there's nobody's gonna die of a serious illness here.
True.
Nobody's
I'm not
gonna
out
get
to
sick
hurt nobody.
From your gimmick.
All right, we ready to go?
We are
Scott,
ready.
are you ready to play?
yeah.
I mean, I need
I'm
to
ready.
be taken away from what just happened.
Let me
man.
let me take you
Like,
into
I'm
another
tired.
world.
I see you're tired, and this is going to lift me up because
Yeah.
that drained the fuck out of me.
No shit.
He's exhausting.
He is.
Scott Stallone.
Yes.
What comes to mind when I say the words bad religion?
All religion.
I like that. Pablo, bad religion.
Suffer beating off on internet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Nice.
You guys
Dude
are
got
fucked.
dude got caught.
Yeah. But you guys are fucked, man.
Yeah, you like that?
Gavin,
Yeah,
bad religion.
Be honest.
too much schooling. Be quiet.
Lovely.
I like that. Vincenzo, Bad Religion.
Generator.
Okay.
You've told me I pontificate too much, so I'm trying to.
Hey. Scott Stallone, Harry Dean Stanton.
Repo Man.
Fuck you.
Damn right.
Quiet and Leap, calling Ziggy.
Nice. Nice. Gavin, it's up to you. Harry Dean Stanton.
That show on HBO.
Big Love.
Big Love.
I never watched
Thank you.
Really good.
Yeah.
Vinny.
Right.
Was he in Blue Velvet?
No.
Dennis Hopper.
No, that's not who I think he was. Jerk off.
I
It's
honestly
like the
can't
flamboyant
remember.
homosexual guy. I'm trying to think.
I think he was in Blue Velvet.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Oh, cool B.
Cool B. All
Well,
right. Good one. Stallone, Terry Funk.
it's going the wrong way.
Yeah,
You picked it. Pablo, Terry Funk.
OG will school you.
OG,
My number one of all time.
Vinnie Paz.
You Florida crackers.
Yes.
There we go. Scott Stallone, hardcore band Leeway.
I don't know.
You might be out of this fucking gimmick tonight.
Yeah,
You're coming up.
It's 4:40. I'm like fucking tired.
Bullshit. We do this till 7.
Pablo, Leeway.
Bad Brains Leeway Revival, Philly.
Okay. Gavin.
That was great, by the way.
Born to Expire.
Okay. Vinny, Leeway.
Eddie Sutton, what up?
All right. And I'm going to say awesome live band. 3 words. Scott Stallone, The Catcher in the Rye.
Just
Take it too long, man.
oh, shut up.
Solly.
Bang Bang.
Fucking amazing, J.D. Salinger.
Pablo, Catcher in the Rye.
Whack, only read the Cliff Notes.
Wow.
What?
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, honestly,
Are we calling it a whoa? It doesn't even need to be called. He's an idiot.
he is an idiot.
Yeah.
Wah, I'm a baby. I can't bang prostitutes. Wah.
Wow.
Hold up, Caulfield.
Gavin, Catcher in the Rye.
Mark David Chapman.
Nice.
Crazy. Good one.
Vin.
I mean, if I can just say that was brilliant. And the fact that he set his whole room up like Holden did.
Absolutely.
Mark David Chapman is
Right.
and the fact that everyone that kills somebody loves that book. Salinger is my favorite author.
Excellent. Scott Stallone, The Mentors.
Those European candies.
That was brilliant. That was good.
I will give him 5 points for that.
Pablo, The Mentors.
Weren't they involved in Nirvana death?
Man.
I'm not mad at that.
All right.
Gavin.
He's gonna take my fucking thing. Fuck. No, he's not. Then
The 4F Club.
Ah.
El Duce.
Here you go, Scott. This
No,
one's-
I was
That
waiting for
wasn't
him,
good?
but he didn't do nothing. Yeah. That was good.
Me, I love The
Waiting for
Mentors.
him. I don't love them. They're fine.
Scott Stallone, Louis Rankin.
Fucking great.
Pablo.
Is that Rankin Roger?
Jesus.
I mean he's on tonight. I ain't gonna
He
hate.
popped it. Gavin.
Who? I don't know who that is.
Louis Rankin.
Rankin.
I'm not hip.
Yeah, you are.
All right. I don't know.
We listen to him like every time we're in the car.
I'll tell you, and then you'll be mad that you don't know.
Yeah.
I pass on this one.
You know, you just don't.
Typewriter. No, I'm the original Dandara gangster.
There you go.
I don't
Thank
know why.
you very much.
I don't know why I blanked on that.
Scott Stallone, Joe Rogan.
God damn it.
You fucking what's your name? Fucking Stump?
Stump
Joe.
Stump the engineer.
I stumped the engineer. Pablo, Joe Rogan.
Love them on news radio.
I was going to say that. Gavin, Joe Rogan.
Seems like a good dude.
All right.
Easy way out. Buddy of mine.
There you go. Yeah, as a matter of fact, people keep asking.
Yeah.
When are you gonna?
Joe's a really good dude and shows me a lot of love.
Yeah.
So we intend to link up, but it just
I used to really dislike him, and then I got to know.
a lot of people have based on some shit that they thought.
Exactly.
And then they're like, "Oh, this guy's really bright."
Yeah. So, all right. Scott Stallone, Rob Zombie.
Dracula.
Pablo.
Took MTV for thousands.
Thousands, he thinks.
Okay. Gavin, Rob Zombie.
Strapper. Jackie likes him.
Boo Jackie. Vin, Rob Zombie.
Don't boo Jackie. She'll punch you out.
She'll stick a tarantula on me.
So fucking bad, my head is angry.
Absolutely.
My head is angry.
Scott Stallone, John Belushi.
I like that. My head
Sorry,
is
man.
Really?
He said it like I'm bothering him.
I mean, this whole thing tonight is like, get out of here.
I'm gonna whoa him from the gate.
Bro, I honestly thought I was going to look at my watch and think it was like 9 a.m. Like, get it together, man.
Yeah. Cheeseburger.
Pablo, John Belushi.
Reverse thinking women weren't funny.
Fuck!
I didn't get that one.
At the very end of his death, his wife said, he was like, you know what? I take it back. Like, Gilda Radner was fucking hilarious and brilliant.
okay.
What he's saying isn't true, but let's keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never heard that.
Nah.
Gavin, John Belushi.
Punk rock, fear, Mark.
Dig it.
All day.
Paz.
Cocaine.
Where can I get some?
Cocaine with Ace Frehley and Dan Aykroyd.
Nice. Scott Stallone, Andy Warhol.
Top 5.
Pablo, Andy Warhol.
I wasn't done.
Hey, man.
So, top
I'll start
5.
getting a clock.
I've never clapped on the show before, and I'm clapping for that.
I marked for that.
Yes!
I marked for that.
Show is over.
Yes, good.
Good job, pal.
I met Andy Warhol at a real chic party.
Gavin, Andy Warhol.
Overrated.
Vinny.
Campbell soup faggot.
Damn.
We got to move it the other way now because Stallone is
He's
just
grinding it to a halt.
I can't take the pressure.
All right, then go this way.
Yeah, the
I'll
OG.
go.
Gavin.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin.
Brilliant. Good beard. Like him.
Good beard. I like that. Vinny. The Rubin.
God.
Stallone. Redeem yourself.
I'm just going to say top 5.
Pablo, Rick Rubin.
Better be honored when he's dead.
Amen. All right.
Better be on it while he's alive.
True. Funny that this one should come up this deep
And he's
into
a
the
wrestling
game.
mark.
Yes.
What?
Gavin.
Yeah.
The Smiths.
I mean, they're fine. Okay.
Vinny. The Smiths.
Gay Nazi.
Nice.
Stallone.
One of my favorites.
Pablo.
I'll have his hair soon.
Soon.
Tonight.
And I'm just gonna say, Johnny Marr put me over. Though no one will ever.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Hearsay.
Gavin, X-Clan.
Never got into them. Don't care.
Vinny, X-Clan.
Protected by the red, the black, and the green with a key. Sissy.
Stallone.
Professor X.
Pablo.
Professor X on eBay.
What?
Yeah. Do you want me to explain?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
please.
selling to hang himself. Like, you want to hang out with me?
Oh, word.
Yeah, and then he passed away, so I don't want to mock it too much. But Pablo's right.
I mean, if I had the money, I would do it. Like, I'm not.
If I had the money, it was like $12.
I mean, if I wanted to drive to New York, then I guess that would be.
Gavin, Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one are we talking about?
No, man. Let it go.
All right, all right.
Let it live, man.
Planet of the Apes.
Never saw it till I was older.
Same. Vinny.
Caught up in the whole world, even down to the TV show. Own it. Own the DVD of the TV show.
Nice. Stallone.
Yeah, love it. Own the original vinyl.
Whoa.
We'll make beats out of
Soundtrack.
that and then get sued.
Pablo.
Wish I could forget the ending. As to like watch it
I'm
again.
not mad at that
okay,
answer.
yeah.
Like one of the
I'm not
greatest
mad at
endings.
that answer. The gimmick.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
I'm just going to say, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas.
Zayas,
Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas.
And they're all doing the backspin.
It was a Raw. I was born to play.
Gavin. Motley Crue.
Well, like the story that maybe Misfits and Henry Rollins might have beat them up.
Vinny. The Crew.
Fuck, man. If we have time, I got 2 answers.
All right.
1, Hanoi Rocks.
Oh, well done.
A little razzle.
2, the story you heard is mixed with the truth a little. It was the Misfits and Rollins, and they changed it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I said, I think.
Negative.
I did.
No, you
Rewind the
didn't.
tape. I said Misfits and Rollins, whatever.
No, you said Rollins.
I did not. I said
you said
Misfits and
Misfits.
Rollins.
Fuck,
I think.
Sorry.
Stallone. The Crew.
Fuck.
Always fucking hated him.
Dare you.
Pablo.
Cinderella was better.
Well done, sir.
Okay.
Gavin. Nuclear Assault.
Hang the Pope.
Nice. Vinnie
Danny
Paz.
Loker, man.
Nice. Scott Stallone. Nuclear Assault.
I don't believe in it.
Pablo.
Eliminator.
I'm not mad. This guy comes through every now and then.
Gavin. Stiff Little Fingers.
Or was that Testament?
It was overkill, I think.
I think so.
I don't think it was any of the
can't
things
remember
you're
this.
saying. But it worked.
It's metal.
Whoa, whoa.
Who? What are we on?
Stiff Little Fingers.
Oh. Suspect Device top song.
Top 3 riffs ever.
I mean, it's, yeah,
The first 12 seconds of that song is everything that's right in the world.
exactly.
Vinnie Paz. The Stiff Little Fingers.
Wish they did more.
Yeah. Stallone.
Realizing I'm not as much of a punk rock mark as you guys.
Pablo.
What's the fucking song they use in Jackass? What's it?
That's
That's
the Minutemen.
Yeah, that's the
I always
the
get them
right band.
confused.
You
What
fucking
the
stunad.
fuck? One's from Ireland and one's from like San Pedro.
One's from Ireland, one's from Googleplex.
Right.
What's the one? We're all part of the human race. Is that them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my answer then.
All right, then.
See?
This one's an alley-oop. Let's see who's going to do it first.
He's going to
Gavin.
do it first.
Ringo Starr.
Oh, man. Fuck. Why didn't I start, man? Fuck.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, pal. It will be tossed.
Nice.
I might even... I'm fucking stuck because I'm laughing so hard at how much of a fucking jerk off he is. Peace and love, peace and love. Anything after October 30th will be tossed.
I'm saying this with
Peace and love and peace and love.
Stallone. Ringo.
Luckiest drummer alive.
Pablo.
BSB Beatles. You're Ringo.
You can respond to that, man.
Nope. Gavin.
Based off a
Buzzcocks.
fucking conversation we had.
I know. Which was another.
I like them. Not as much as I should.
Yeah.
What was it?
Vinny, the
Buzzcocks.
Buzzcocks.
For me, yeah, like I dig them, but I think
Probably should more. But
I think they're supposed to blow my mind. I'm like, yeah, they're cool. They're cool. They're dope. Like, I'm not gonna shit on them. They're cool.
Stallone.
See, I really like the Buzzcocks, and I fucking really like Pete Shelley.
I did Cox.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, that was fucking tough.
All right, here's a good one. You ready?
I guess. God.
Ricky Rackman.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really take something over. Who's worse?
Oh.
Fuck.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ricky Rackman
Yeah.
against the guy from Creed.
Scott Stapp.
Ricky Rackman.
Ricky Rackman. I didn't even have to think about that.
Well, Ricky Rackman was put in an unfortunate situation. He was working at the club.
Being a jerk
He was
off?
working at a club, and they said, yo, you want to host this gimmick? And he said, fine. He never picked any of the fucking videos. He was just a front man. So he was a patsy for MTV.
Yo, I haven't heard the one. Yo, this guy's talking like he's
The Kennedy assassination.
Yo, this guy's talking like
I'm just a patsy.
He did nothing wrong, but I was looking like a tool bag.
It's like the fucking Zapruder film. This is a Zapruder film from the grassy knoll.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left. Back
Somewhere Nina
and to the
Blackwood is
left.
like, how dare you?
I brought up Ricky Rackman as who's worse because I threw you motherfuckers an alley-oop.
I was just waiting for you to go into it.
I mean, we do this and we said 5 words. There's not words for how much of a dildo this fucking guy. He might be the worst human that ever lived.
He was in the November Rain video.
He
Good video.
might be the worst that ever lived, but I alley-oop Gavin with who's worse. So now Ricky Rackman is who's
Is the
worse.
champ.
Is the champ.
So I don't think we went around the room, though.
No, we
doesn't-
didn't. What
it
I'm
doesn't-
saying
It
is
got interrupted.
I interrupted with who's worse.
Okay.
You can interrupt with who's worse at any time.
At any
It's
time, it
always
was
on.
the game.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's
But
all.
so who's
Yo,
worse?
you know the game? You know this game? Yo, you got one of these, and you look and you see it's always happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you know it, it's always
always-
Yo,
happening.
I'll be real. I thought nobody could beat the guy from Creed until Sicko brought up Ricky Rackman.
There you have
I'm
it.
admitting defeat.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit defeat. I'm going to be like, yo, the guy from Creed,
You know
I'm going
what?
to keep it real. Who'll beat everybody?
What do you say, Scott?
I'm trying
Who you
to
voting
remember
for?
the guy from Creed. What does he sound like again?
The news today.
Never gets old.
I'm wide open.
Never tired.
There
of
were a
that.
bunch of people put in that position that you're describing. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like,
I heard
it was like-
another song by them that I need to learn to do. It's a huge hit,
Okay,
and I need to do that gimmick the next time you throw me the alley-oop.
get on it.
It was like a monster hit. You don't remember their other
They
hit?
had like 4 or 5.
Yeah, but you don't act like you don't remember.
I don't.
Yes,
I
you
will
do.
if you start.
If I
singing
heard it, yeah, I know.
I want you to start singing it so I can do it.
I got no idea.
How dare all of you that I'm the only one?
All
That
right.
means you're gonna have to go and listen to it.
So do we go through Ricky Rackman?
I just go to this guy. Everybody's saying the same thing. Douchebag, 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 douchebag.
Nah, look, don't ruin the show just because you're cranky.
I'm not cranky.
You're now you're up to like a 7, and if we have to fight, then then things have to be done.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Then.
Well, could be. Could be.
Go.
Danny Trejo.
Oh.
Am I saying that right?
Trejo.
Trejo?
Say it.
I'm a big Mark.
Say it.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
Machete?
That one was specially designed for you.
Oh, fair enough.
Vinnie Paz. The Danny Trejo.
OG, triple OG.
Dig. Scott.
Yeah. Just perfect in every role.
Go ahead.
Jackie will leave Jeff for him.
Is that true?
No.
I'll ask her.
Sicko?
I don't know if
Just
she'd
say no.
leave him, but she might feel some kind of way should the opportunity present.
Well, one
I
night
mean, if he
stand.
walked in, she'd probably be like, I just heard the news today.
Gavin, the bad brains. They seem to keep coming up today.
Destroy Babylon.
Vinnie Paz, the bad brains.
My second favorite band of all time behind Slayer.
All right. That's a bold statement, sir.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is. Scott Stallone, The Bad Brains?
Yeah, I would say top 5 in the genre.
Prophet's eye.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I'm gonna blow the 5-word limit, and I'm gonna say hold the distinction at the same time as both the greatest and the worst band in the world.
Whoa. What I call a whoa.
How do you do
Come
that?
on, anything after Eye Against Eye is
That's like 4 or 5 albums.
yeah.
So how can that be best and worst? 5 albums that are great?
Because the first stuff they did make them the greatest band on earth.
And the second make them the worst?
Everything after Eye,
They're like the Creed to you?
they're pretty.
They're
bad.
like Kid Rock to you.
Only because
You're a jerk off.
They
Keep
set the bar.
You're a jerk
Yeah,
off.
fuck the whoa. Continue.
Gavin.
No, look, man. Now I'm going to take it back because you want to rush it.
Stacks up to the
Because I'm trying to sing another Creed song.
Lovely.
Don't play it over the mic.
Wow,
get,
we're
right,
really
man.
fucking
we'll get
sued.
Settle down,
banned.
or
Get the
else we
fucking
got
episode pulled.
We'll get banned.
everybody want to tussle.
Pazzy's getting upset.
Maybe tomorrow, not tonight.
I mean, I'm too lazy to leap over and attack.
I mean, it is what it is.
Gavin.
Yeah.
Blast beats.
He doesn't.
I mean, I know what it is, but I don't care.
Exactly.
It's some metal shit.
Well, I mean,
There you go. See?
like,
You
what
know
kind
how
of
I feel
ending
about
was that?
You know how I feel about that?
Oh, I'll show you how you feel.
You know, news.
Vinny's a
ain't-
little feisty
It
tonight.
ain't no news.
You know, news.
Vin, blast beats?
I mean, it's so broad. It's like being like music.
What does it make you think of?
Obituary.
Okay. Stallone?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? You
I
hear
can
it?
hear
Yes.
it.
Oh, my bad.
Pablo?
Dr. Death's car.
Nice. Are you ready to sing yet?
No.
All right, we'll go with
Oh,
another
take
one.
me higher.
Is that what this is leading to?
Take you.
No, you don't sing it. I sing
All right, sorry.
Please.
it. Chico, tell him,
I mean, now all of a sudden he thinks he's doing impressions.
Gavin, tell him what's what. Who does the singing around here?
Look.
The me. Sick of, what's your name? Pablo's hair does this fucking singing.
Fuck.
How many more you got, Sicko?
I got a few.
I need a mixer, man. Is there anything in there?
Where? In the fridge? I
Yeah.
got some mustard, some pickle juice.
Stop, man. Why do I always got to bring shit here? All right, I guess
Because I
I'll
don't
just...
have 7,000 gallons of vodka on hand.
How dare you? If you have no problem drinking it, I'll just drink this to the head then.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
I will get you a mixer. Hold on. Don't do that. Fuck.
What?
Wait, good for you.
Are we ready?
Yes.
We've been born ready, you retard.
Crispin Glover.
Kung Fu David Letterman.
Crispin Glover.
I mean, so brilliant. I know what Pablo's going to do, so I want to save it for him.
Thank you.
Nice.
I'll say, only because of Pablo, I'll say River's Edge. But if he doesn't do what
We all get to beat him up.
No, if he doesn't do what I think he's going to do, can you come back to me for this?
Absolutely.
All right.
Stallone.
Now, I don't want to fuck it up for you.
You can't. You don't even know what I'm talking
All
about.
right.
Trust me.
You know, I mean, like 5.
Pablo.
Where is my concubine?
That was close.
Oh,
I'm a manipulator. I play with myself. I'm a masturbator.
That's for Tony Chev.
I was gonna.
Crispin had
Tony, what up?
He had Crispin put an album out. Like Boots Are Made for Walking and all these other songs
All right,
that
but
are
can we-
crazy.
Yeah.
But are you going to keep telling the story?
No, that's it.
That's not the end of the story.
Okay.
He weaved a story throughout the record and put a phone number that was at the time his personal phone number. And if you put the story together and told him the proper end of it, he'd be like, yeah, come kick it with me for
I never knew that.
Wow.
If you look at the Crispin Glover album,
Crispin Halloween Glover.
out of his fucking gourd,
Every song's crazy.
bad shit, but the album tells a story. I'm just only telling this for the fans that are listening. If you get that album in his head, I'm not telling you in my head.
Right.
The album tells a story, and there's weird letters that you can put words together to tell the story. He wrote a book, and if you read the book, and at the end of it can tell him what it was supposed to mean and how it was supposed to end. He was like, "Yeah, I'll kick it with you."
I did not know any of this.
Oh, it's a fucking scene. And I'm not telling you it's good.
I like it.
I'm just telling you it's a
like
fucking
it.
deal. Can you take me higher?
Gavin, Sid and Nancy.
Gary Oldman is best actor ever.
Vinnie Paz.
I kind of was gonna put me there. I'll say Nancy Buried in Our Hood.
What?
From our hood.
Like a mile from my crib.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
She's from
That I knew.
Huntington?
Yeah, but you know where she's buried. Or I don't want to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me
I don't
later.
want to say on air.
Tell me later.
Yeah.
Out the way.
I did not fucking know that.
Stallone, Sid and Nancy?
You talk about the movie.
Could be anything.
Could be.
Could be. Could be not.
Well, now you're thinking something else.
Well, I mean, if it was I
Right.
thought it was the movie.
Could be.
That's what I was going.
Gary Eldman.
So, Sid, do you have any plans?
Pablo?
Best scene, Chloe Webb in Sid's mom's outfit.
I look like
Sicko?
I was going to say, exterminate!
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 I almost lost me. Okay.
Clear your throat.
Gavin.
Clear your throat.
Madball.
First 7-inch is fucking brilliant.
He marks for that.
I
shit.
love
No,
that
I know.
fucking record. Love
I don't
it.
think I've ever listened to anything they've done after that.
I have, and I like a lot of their stuff, but that first 7-inch is fucking
Absolutely.
brilliant.
Love them. Shout out to Freddie and Hoya, my friends.
Yeah. Kind of a mark.
Yeah, that 7-inch cover ingrained in my head.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
It was
Love
everywhere
it.
when it came out. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Gavin, the motorcycle boy.
Rusty James. Fish in Pet Store.
Nice. The motorcycle boy.
I hate that I'm supposed to care.
Don't care. Don't know.
Know nothing about him.
Nobody ever watched Rumblefish?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's not his best film.
It's his best.
Then
Character
that's
is awesome.
Then the Debts. Same movie twice in a row.
Gavin, Prong.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's my answer.
That's whack. It's whack.
I don't like fucking metal.
It's not metal.
To me, it is.
They're punk rock hardcore dudes. They play a little bit better. I hate you tonight.
I don't like you very much either, pal.
Wow.
Mood meter,
dare
Gavin.
Here we
you.
go.
Mood gauge, Gavin.
How dare you?
How dare I what?
I don't know.
Exactly. Right. Love Prong, love them till today. Still stay a 3-piece. Still you see an interview with them, still rock a hardcore shirt.
Absolutely.
Still look young, still play. Love Prong, Beg to Differ. I love those records.
Stallone.
It's not part of my thing.
Stallone, can we stay here, fire him, and someone else works the gimmick?
Pablo.
Lost and Found, former CB's bouncers.
Okay.
I knew Pablo would put them over because we used
Love
to
that
listen
first
to them
album.
together.
Yeah.
Gavin, Brett the Hitman Hart.
Oh no. You better skip it. You better skip it.
That's not true. Wait.
No, man.
Brilliant worker.
See this.
Better as a heel.
Vinny. That look on your face is priceless.
It almost upsets me. Best there was, best there is, best there ever will be.
Stallone.
Pablo.
I'm gonna make Vinny's head explode. I don't know or care.
Nah, because you're not a wrestling head. I ain't mad.
Exactly.
Pablo, the
Had-
Hitman.
Has some good hair.
I liked him on The Simpsons. He lived next door to the Shrieking Sheik.
Yeah, he had to be he had the mansion.
Yes, but he bought Monty Burns' mansion.
He works better than all Gavin's favorites, but Gavin can't put him over.
I just fucking put him over. Brilliant worker, better as a heel, I said.
No, because you don't really like him though.
So?
So let's stand up.
Are you going to stand up?
No.
Well, fair enough. I'm
Gavin.
half asleep here. What?
Ween.
Oh, God. Saw him open for Rollins once.
Right.
Saw him open and fucking wanted to take a sharp object and put it in my ear.
Stallone.
Complicated.
Pushing those days and make them go up.
I mean, you throw him alley-oops and he takes them at least.
Yeah.
You took the fucking Rollins one.
Gavin. Celtic Frost.
Morbid Tales.
Nice. Pazzy.
I choose to say Celtic.
Danny stole my line.
Ass.
Metal up your ass.
All right, then.
No one
You're
said.
descending deeper and deeper into a hardcore.
I mean, he's still doing shit that rules.
Absolutely. Except for they had a couple of albums.
Oh,
later
no.
on.
I'm not talking about that. They had some bullshit. I'm talking right now. He's got a band called Triptychon. To blow
Oh,
the
yeah. I know them.
Just because you pretend like you don't like metal no more, don't mean it doesn't exist.
I don't like metal after a certain.
Did.
Gavin. Pat Cooper.
A-list, baby.
See, man. Mother dear.
Next.
One of the finest Italian comedians.
There you go.
Yeah, you
and
go.
I'm going to say, how dare
you?
All right.
I have my dignity.
Star Trek.
Nah, I never understood it. Whatever.
Vinny.
Jokes aside, never saw one episode.
I'll buy
Right.
that. I believe that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have either.
I've
honestly.
watched it, but I could if you.
I don't. It doesn't make me cool that I know people that you hate Star Wars. I know people that love Star Trek.
Really enjoy the original TV series.
Sulu. Well, thank you.
He doesn't really disappoint.
He does not.
He's good. He's good.
Gavin, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I know you're a big
I
fan.
like Meatloaf.
Okay.
Too gay for me, man. If that's wrong or something, it's
You don't gotta like stuff.
no. What I'm saying, like, I don't even mean gay. It's unsettling.
Stallone.
Hate musical, theater, movie, whatever the fuck that was.
Pablo.
Jerk off sicko throwing toast in theater.
I would say I can't wait to go see it with Jackie Brown.
See,
Yeah, bring your toast. What other jerk
what
off
does that
stuff you-
mean? Can you just break down what they're talking about?
They
It's an
bring
interactive-
props.
That's not my. I
It's,
don't-
Yeah,
an
you do.
it's an interactive thing where
I
when
don't
you're
know what the toast
you're in the
is.
audience
Yeah,
when you're in the
I do
audience.
not.
He doesn't
Yeah,
know.
I know that Meatloaf's in the movie. That's all.
Oh, we had heat all night. Now you're not gonna
It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
look.
Guys,
You know.
guys.
I don't know what the toast is.
Guys,
It's Portuguese.
Portuguese. Completely lost my place now.
Rocky Horror throwing toast.
Okay. Gavin, T-Rex.
I like 2 records a lot.
Proper glam rock.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Right. Original glam rock, definitely.
Prefer Velociraptor.
See, he's fucking good. He's good, man.
Woo.
5:11 in the morning.
All right, and to wrap it up, we're gonna go around with Andy Kaufman.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Fuck.
Because the biz,
I know.
There's so many ways for us.
One, man.
Top
I know what he's going to say
Angle?
before he does.
of all time,
Vin.
besides Montreal.
Wouldn't be shocked if he's still alive.
Excellent.
Heavy.
Stallone.
Perfect, flawless, kayfabe, genius.
Nice.
Would have been annoyed by Tony Clifton in person.
All right, and there you have it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a good one to end on.
That was. If I can add on, I wish, I don't wish Tony Clifton, I'll watch him do stand up every night.
He's hilarious, but in person,
No, it's just like
when Larry was telling the story and he was like, Andy, like, cut the shit.
and he's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you don't, like, he no-sold everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I still think he's alive. Because he no-sold to the...
Who had the theory that he was still alive? Didn't his sister or something come out or something?
There's like, Bob Zamuda, they ask him and he says weird shit. He's not like, nah, he's dead. Mm-hmm. They're like, Bob, like, he's dead, right? And they're like, Gooby. He's like, Gooby. And you're like, yeah, what are you talking about? Then the sister's like, well, you never know with Andy.
Right.
Like, so
Everybody could be kayfabe and everybody could be still working.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Pac thing, dog.
So
There's like two people who
complicated.
might not be dead. It's
Right.
like Andy and Pac.
Right.
Like Biggie's dead.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Pac might be in Cuba,
Right.
and Andy might be like have a bouffant, and
Right.
because he didn't care.
He
They
might
were
be-
like, "Yo, we'll give you $7 trillion to stay on taxi," and he's like, "I'm out of here."
Right.
That's how you know someone's loked out.
He might be Vince McMahon now.
Right.
Whoa!
Listen. Just blew your mind.
You just did.
Speaking of blowing minds, ready to get your mind blown by the fucking mailbag?
I'll fucking mailbag you.
Ready to get your ear fucked with the mailbag, Gavin?
Great segue.
Sicko,
pal.
I'll give you on air, Sicko, I'll give you $20 to go get me a soda. How's that work out for you?
He's gone.
I'll
Here he
do it
goes.
because I'm your friend. But you can still give me.
I don't think that machine takes 20s.
I got $1.
No, but he's going to take the 20. Now get the stepping.
Does he need to be here
Sprite,
for the mail?
please.
No, because I got a question for him that can come later.
All right. Go ahead.
We'll do
Look, man, I got business to attend to.
No, I
you
know.
don't.
I'm saying, does he need to be here? He don't need to be
Excuse
here.
me.
Let it be known that you actually took a $20 bill out of your pocket, handed it to Sicko. He's running down the hall.
Let it be known that only me and Gavin and you need to be in here. We only allow Pablo and Sicko into our world.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
I digress.
So proceed.
First question for Vinnie Paz. This is from Dan Warren, who says, Vinny, love everything you touch, but especially any conspiracy theory versus/songs. What's your take on the Denver International Airport? I think it's the new Greenbrier Hotel. Any thoughts on like underground bases?
Yes, I'm not sure that I agree with him, but I've been there. It's very weird. It was definitely created for other opportunities, other options. It's super, super, super creepy. It's how can I explain this to like a late?
I've seen that there's a lot of things on the artwork that's in there. That's very,
Okay, but that's just on the surface.
Okay.
There's very much tips to ancient Egypt, to even Crowley, to Thelema, to things like that. But that's just in the airport. Below it, there are tunnels that go miles and miles, not 10 feet, not from here to your neighbor's house. Miles and miles and miles. Are you hip to this? What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I am actually.
So what you have to really understand is why are they there and who are they for? Because they're not for us.
no.
So, again, just read the question again.
What's your take on the Denver? So I guess
my take is that they're everywhere. Every place has a place for people to go that aren't us. They're set there for people to go that are on an upper echelon.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm gonna keep it $150 with you, Pablo. Like you read the same shit that I have.
Yeah.
The shit is there.
Yeah.
If you're allowed the access, that's when the shit is the fan. That's where you go. But there is basically what I've heard, like an underground city. Like I've heard that there's food. I've heard that there's little what are those little carts you drive like at the
like the golf carts kind of thing?
Yeah, like when you're like a big
cars?
event, like I've heard that there's like little
monorail gimmick?
Monorail gimmicks. I've heard that there's tons of food. I've heard that there's air conditioning. I've heard that there's heat. I've heard that it's all there for when the shit hits the fucking fan. When does the shit hit the fan? I don't know. Y'all got to tell me.
Right.
I mean, you're looking at it right now. Look at what we're staring down.
And in addition to this, I was able to delve up when I asked this question to Riley Martin back in 2001.
I wish you would have brought the audio because I remember when you asked him.
Oh, I have it. So Scott Stallone, this is Pablo asking the same question to the late Riley Martin, and the man's going to spill a little knowledge for y'all.
All right, Riley, next call. This is Pablo from Philadelphia.
Hello, Pablo.
Hello, Riley.
Hi.
You got more shout-outs than a rap concert, buddy.
Yeah.
But it's good to talk to a fellow believer. I wanted to know, do the Biavians ever utilize the underground bases across the U.S., specifically the one underneath the Denver airport?
Well, I don't know particularly about that one, but I know they have bases here on Earth. The greatest number I once saw, a global matrix that with lights, blue and red lights, signifying the locations of different installations. Most of them are beneath the oceans, beneath the waters. Few are on land. But aliens do utilize bases on Earth. That's all I can say. Whether they are there or not, I cannot say.
All right, moving along. Riley, next call.
Bam. So there you have it.
But Ben's
jaw hit the ground.
Because real rap, first off, R.I.P. Riley, he passed away.
Absolutely.
He was mentally ill, but most people that are mentally ill understand. You have to understand what goes on below the ocean. Where Sicko's looking at me like I'm crazy because Sicko's a very rational guy. Sicko reminds me more of my brother. Gavin will listen to me more. Sicko will kind of snub me.
He's got to hold it in his hand. And
Yeah. But you've always rocked with me, and Gavin always rocks with me. But the deeper you go, there's depths of the ocean that people don't even comprehend what goes on down there. There's creatures, there's species, and then you have to understand that if you are naive enough to believe that we are the only things that are living here, and I'm not talking about God. If you're naive enough to think that we're the only conscious beings here, I really don't know what to tell you, man.
All right, so this guy Dan got a lot for his buck. We're going to lighten it up a little bit with our jerk-off friend Correct. So Correct thinks I banned him, but I didn't ban him. His questions were whack, right?
Okay.
But he found a loophole in the system.
I like the correct question.
I do too. I'm a correct mark.
Absolutely. But the fact that he was going specifically at
Pablo, he texts me, should I write this? And I'm like, don't ruin it.
Right. Just pass it through the chat.
So he figured out if he doesn't ask me a question, if he asks someone else a question, I'm going to let it slide. And he's right, I am.
All right.
So this is a question to Sicko for Correct.
Jesus, here we go.
Sicko. Yes. Do you think Pablo shaves his ass because it's easier to access when cottaging, or because he's a total jerk off and I've carried him for the past 10 episodes?
Well, I'm going to say the second part is right, but even more so, I think Pablo shaves his ass just because yous two do. I think he does it to be like yous.
And I don't shave my ass, I nair it. So there.
Oh my!
It's minor difference, but
and Jeff doesn't shave his ass, nor does he cottage.
I don't know what cottage means.
Oh, you don't want to.
A, and B, I don't have any hair on my ass to shave, or else I would.
That's what I love about you.
See, it's. See, let it come to let it breathe. It was grotesque.
All right, bam. This is for the whole crew. We'll center in on Vinny first. This is from Sylvestre Lemus. He's at Sil138 on Twitter. He says, Vin, JMT helped me a lot through my shit. I even named my first son Vincenzo. Anyways, I love the show. Got my wifey listening to it as well because she heard me laughing like a fucking madman. My question for everyone, what would be your intro theme song if you were a professional wrestler?
Whoa.
That's good.
First off, if this kid really named his son after me, I can't thank you enough, man. Thank you so much.
I know this dude. He's on the Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more honorable than that. It's almost, making me tear up.
What would your intro song
I
be?
gotta think about that one.
Well, first off, I want to explain that he named his son Vincenzo, and that's beautiful. And I want to shout out the girl that wrote me and said she named her dog Vinnie Paz.
All day with that.
Yeah, so big up to the kid who named his son after me, and the girl who named his son Vinnie Paz. If I was to come out, not if, because I'm going to come out to fight Gavin.
I don't know who's scoring when to take on that one.
Slayer, Angel of Death.
All right. OG. You're OG Bigelow. You're coming out. Who are you coming out to?
I like the OG.
I like that too.
Go to Sicko. I need you to come back. I don't know.
I'm gonna say welcome to Jamrock. I'd come out to that.
What?
Wow, that's new for.
I'm gonna dick eat my man a bit and say I always thought I would come out to Death March by JMT. That shit just fucking gets you fucking
respect. I mean, we made that as some rah-rah.
Yeah.
Scott?
Stallone, you're coming out?
I would definitely come out to like Brooklyn Zoo, ODB.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. Gavin, back to you, man. Stop bullshitting. This is some shit, man.
I don't know.
He's thinking.
I'm really drawing a blank.
So much comes at you. Like,
I know. It depends on what kind of fucking mood you want to set.
Look, man.
Listen, dude.
This is our job.
Here we go.
It's true. I'm going to say, for some reason, I have Black Sabbath Paranoid in my head. That's what
what is wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nothing wrong with that.
I always wish that the Road Warriors came out to Paranoid instead of Iron Man.
I mean, I always wish they come out to fucking Jeff Becerra Possessed, but they didn't.
True.
All right, then. Another one for the crew from Eric Stone. What are your thoughts on Suicidal Tendencies, Dave Lombardo joining the group, and the announcement of a future EP full-length album?
I'm suicidal, part of my growing up. Love them, love everything, even though most people don't. I love how it started from punk rock, went to thrash, loved it all. The fact that Lombardo's with them, Lombardo's amazing. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the fact that those dudes all get along. Everyone's cranky. Everyone critiques everything. Why did Lombardo leave? Why did Lombardo leave Slayer? Look, all these dudes are cool. All these dudes hang out together. The fact Lombardo is playing in Suicidal with Mike Muir, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. It's awesome. I saw them play. They blew everyone off the stage. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Once everyone turned on them and hated the records that turned more metal, I loved them even more. So now let these guys shit on them.
Sicko?
First Suicidal album is one of the greatest records ever made. Up to about half of the second album I can tolerate. Don't care about anything else they did. Dave Lombardo is probably the greatest drummer that ever lived. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And anything other than that, I don't care. I don't hate them. I don't know anything past whatever that second album was, Join the Army.
Yeah.
But
87.
That first album.
And then Join the Army was 87.
One of the 5 greatest records ever made.
OG?
Love the first record. Love Join the Army. Love the record after that. They got a little spotty with me for a while, but then they put out a record not too long ago that
That's
was
the one
fucking
I played.
really good.
I was playing it for you, and you're like, whoa, where's that from?
Yeah.
At the shop.
Yeah.
But Lombardo,
I had no idea until just now that that's
neither.
the case.
well, what happened was when the Slayer shit happened, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be spiteful and play for every dope band." So what he's doing now is like name a dope band, and he's like, "Oh, I'll fill in. Oh, I'll fill in. Oh, I'll fill in," and like just doing.
He's Dave Lombardi. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Everything he's done is dope.
All right, and the final question for Vin. This kind of goes back to the Dear Vin from Jeff Geiger. After reading those poorly written letters from your idiotic fans last episode, did it not occur to you that you might be enabling this behavior?
Yes, it occurred to me that I'm enabling it, and I'm just being myself, and I don't know why that attracts retardation.
Also, can I just add that?
Please, I mean, I don't. If you can tell me why I'm.
So in 20 some years of doing music, I'm pretty sure this is like only the first time you've ever done this. So I don't like. How do you explain the first 20 years of ridiculous correspondence that you got? That wasn't you enabling it. So I think the question's moot. Is what I.
Yeah, I mean, it's moot basically because
it's still going to happen.
It's going to happen no matter what. It happened before there was. It happened when there was snail mail.
Yeah.
To other artists.
Yeah.
It
happened when we were sitting in Pablo's basement.
Yeah. Do I enable? I don't know. How do I enable it? I don't know. If I make music, I guess I'm enabler.
Meh.
All right. So either way, the fucking things are still going to come, and that's the mailbag.
Yes.
Keep sending them in, crew.
So with that said, ladies and germs, what we typically do at the end of every show is give some recommendations to things that we've been listening to, maybe some things that we've been watching that you might not be hip to, maybe some things we've been reading that you aren't hip to.
Cool.
Mine's quick, so.
Well, I didn't call on you.
I thought you were doing the fucking thing to see who was going
you were gimmicking
first.
it, and I was trying to stall.
Oh, I'm with you. So I just fucking went, motherfucker.
Yes. Because when I call on him, he says he's not ready, and then he gimmicks me.
Sicko, you shut up.
Yes.
Vinny, how dare you?
How dare you?
Don't pull me into this.
I'll fucking pull you wherever the fuck I want to pull you.
You want me to go first while you get ready?
I'm ready.
I'll go for it.
Jesus, man, calm down a little bit. So, Gavin, this is the recommendation. Fuck. What's been going on, man? How you living? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Give us the recom.
What?
I'm like a 6. Right there.
It's yeah.
Rapidly going on.
It's rare. Yeah, it started at like a 3. No, so is it music? Is it a TV show?
It's a weird thing. It's a YouTube thing. Short. I guess you'd call it a film. I don't know.
I like that you. Every time it's something different. You never just. You're inventive with your recommendations. I'm not very inventive.
I'm trying to not save like certain records and stuff for weeks I don't have anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then in the back of your head.
Right. Because I got a whole list of stuff I can just go to in case of an emergency.
Oh, no, mine are all emergencies too.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So, but it's a YouTube. So explain what it is.
It's a 12-minute film, I guess, like a 12-minute short film with Ray Winstone, who was, he's best known for being Mr. In The Departed. He's Mr. French in The Departed.
Oh, right.
But he's in a bunch of other shit. How
did you find this? Why?
It's called Bouncer. I know at some point on Facebook, me and Paulie Sheer Terror talked about it. I don't know if I saw it first or he saw it first or whatever. He's the only other person I know who's hip to it, who's ever seen it.
All right, so explain and then build and then put it over.
It's 12 minutes long. It's called Bouncer. It's about. I can't tell you too much about it because it's only 12 minutes long. So if I tell you too much, that's the whole story. Right?
That's it.
So just check it out. Look up Ray Winstone Bouncer, and it'll come up. And it's literally 12 minutes long, but it's really worth seeing.
So say it again, Ray Winstone.
Ray Winstone. He
Bouncer.
Bouncer. And if you ever get a chance to see anything else he's ever in, everything I've ever seen him in, he's fucking brilliant. Like I said, best known as Mr. French. And
Oh no, he's a
Departed.
goon, but
Yeah.
I don't know of this. So that's I'm gonna peep it tonight.
Bouncer the documentary?
Huh?
Is it a documentary?
No. That's a different thing you're thinking of. I've seen that too. But
Do the guys are in love with Sly? Is that the one we're talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's not that. No. I've seen that too. That's also on YouTube, and you should watch that shit too. I don't know what that's called, but that shit's funny.
So Sicko,
Am I up? Mine's a TV show that's actually very well known. Everybody's seen it, but I'm focusing specifically on a specific season. It's season 3 of Louie. Louie has quickly become one of the greatest things ever put on the air. Season 3, every season is great. Season 3 really kind of struck me, though, because it kind of went from these sort of episodes to like he started developing these weird story arcs. And there's 2 main ones in season 3. The one is the 3 or 4 part episode that he goes through with the Late Show with Dave Letterman, which is just
brilliant.
Fucking brilliant. It's just perfect. But what really got me is there's this arc where, if you know anything about Louis, and I'm talking about Louis C.K. if you don't know, but if you know anything about Louis and about his whole persona, he's just this like guy that life just shits on him. Like every aspect of life, he feels his shit on him. One of them is having relationships, and so he's kind of out, looking for women and he meets this girl. It's Parker Posey plays her.
Get her.
He meets her in the bookstore. It's very, whatever. Then she goes away for a couple of episodes, and he's real bummed out about it. And you sort of forget about it until it comes back to the end. And the last episode of season 3 is like one of the most emotionally devastating things I've ever watched ever. After his long search, he finds her. She fucking dies.
Don't give it away.
You recommend it, but you just
It's like
spoiled
5
it.
years old.
Yeah, but you're recommending it.
yeah, I'm with you. I mean, you're just a fuck up.
So anyway, to me, it's the best season of them all.
And then Presumed Innocent, my favorite movie. It turned out she did it. She did kill him.
At the end of The Godfather, he's the Godfather.
If you haven't seen it, then I don't know what to tell you.
You ever seen the dead guy? At the end, he's the dead guy. The Sicko's a jerk off, not for with choice, but for just giving it up.
Yeah. I knew he was going to do it too.
So did I was waiting like the whole time.
I was
like, he's going to tell him exactly what happened.
As he was going,
I kept thinking like he was going to cut it off.
as he was going, I was like, yeah, this is where he stops. And he's like, and then another thing, then she stabs herself. And I'm like,
Shit.
yeah, and then here's where he'll stop. And he's
Right.
like, and then she taps.
She's dead. Right.
Chick in the crying game was a dude.
There's not much to argue about what Sicko said because Louis is that brilliant, and that's
It is.
He's just. I mean, in general, forget the third season. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
5.
I mean, you might
He's
as
just
well
a
have
brilliant
fucking
guy.
seen it now.
I mean,
So anybody who didn't see it, you
But he
just
is
saw
just
it.
a brilliant guy.
The thing I like about it is
That you ruined
it's
the
not
gimmick.
like sitcom-y and it's not jokey. To me, every episode is like a weird little quirky indie film in and of itself.
Yeah,
He basically makes mini movies every time.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's why I love it.
I mean, the wife is black, the kids are white. Like his whole shit is fucked.
And the best part is there's no explanation whatsoever of how his wife is black and the 2 girls are the whitest thing you've ever seen. And it's just like, yeah, they're here.
And the first season, the wife was white.
You don't see her. You just see her hands.
No, you see her in the first season.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. He's just a really brilliant guy, super smart, and not smart in a condescending way.
Exactly.
When he's on Howard, he just shoots the shit. Is like, I'm a dope.
Yeah, he could be smart in the condescending way if he wanted to.
He's smarter than me, but I'm a retard. So, Pablo.
I have to preference.
Wait.
I have to preference.
Vietnamesely.
I have to preference this by saying
Preference. That's
Preface.
Precipice.
Man.
Preface. Precipice.
Exactly. I have to say first that the Scott Stallone, right? He looks like a schmo, but he is fucking spot on this segment. So last episode, he said he did Always Sunny in Philadelphia, saying that like sometimes things are so close. And I was watching this comedy the other day, and I was like, you know what? Some motherfuckers might think this is an old movie. even though it ain't an old movie to us, and it's probably one of the funniest comedies. It's up there in the top 10. And I'm saying Next Friday, Ice Cube.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my!
Every 3 minutes there's a joke, and that to me is a perfect
I'm
comedy.
a super mark for all Fridays.
Every Friday,
all of them.
Pinky.
But I'm gonna tell you this, and this is violation. I think Mike Epps is funnier than Chris Tucker.
Agreed.
Agreed too.
I was on the fence. I was on the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah,
I was on the
agreed.
fence, but then next Friday, you go back to that. Every 2 minutes, you're it's just him opening his mouth.
He's the funniest. He's the funniest motherfucker.
I agree.
That's good.
So if you think like, oh nah, this is an old movie, Ice Cube's, blah, 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 go fucking see Next Friday. Get high or drunk. Or
You can get.
See, but that's
you can
good.
get
No,
Now I'm gonna
that's
go watch it.
Gavin said. I'm gonna reiterate, and you tell me if I say this wrong. You said it ain't about what you're doing new.
Right.
It's about what you're hip.
Right.
So
And remind
that movie's at least
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
But that's what he's doing now. So hip him, because a lot of kids might be. Yo, that
Don't
movie
sleep.
is fucking.
You can
Pinky.
get all three in a set for real.
The
fucking
Christmas
cheap.
John is
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Love
Good
it.
one.
So there you go.
Good one.
Next Friday,
Good one.
Ice Cube, Mike S.
Love it. So mine is I get emails from people who know about, my career and the stuff that I do, and my association with, a lot of rap acts as well.
I hope not me.
No, yeah. But I get equipment requests, and so I realized that a lot of times the stuff that I have here is kind of out of reach for some people. People hit me up from all different levels of doing this stuff. But I got hit up probably more often than anything. What mic do you use? Blah, blah, blah. What do you recommend?
Well, please don't tell them what mic I use.
I could, but it wouldn't do them any good because
All right.
it's not.
Yeah, they don't know
It's
what
not
to
the
do.
microphone. It's
Scott
who's
saying
standing
it's
in front of
him.
it.
It's him that makes you sound
No,
the way.
it's who's standing in front of it. They say, how do you get a good drum sound? You start with a good drummer. How do you get a good vocal sound? You start with a good vocalist. Aside from that, there are some things that you can do. I mean, I have a collection of very expensive microphones. I have one that's fucking $6,000 sitting on a stand in there. Vinny's standing in front of a $3,000 German microphone right here.
Oh, I'll
The
stand in front of
microphone
3 German mics.
that I'm going to recommend is $200, and it sounds fucking great. Check off.
Why, man? I'm just having fun, man.
And I always come back to it, and I'm like, this thing just fucking sounds good. I'm not afraid to throw it in a bag and go on a trip. It's the Rode NT1A. It's like $200. It takes
I'll
phantom
throw you in
power.
the back.
Hey yo. Anyway,
You're getting killed, man.
I know it's a nice. I'm not.
It's not. I mean, it's not.
I'm not. I'm not equipped tonight. This is my third.
I mean, I think that's the mic
session.
Professor Pablo uses right now. Is
It
that right?
is, as a matter of fact, it
Sound
is.
crisp.
So that's my recommendation. Go buy one.
Dig
Well,
it.
All right, then.
Well,
Killed all the enthusiasm.
no, I have 2. Like that's my thing.
How many does Vinny have this week?
You want me to rip through them as quick as y'all did? I'll do one. One is my friend West Side Gun. The album is called Fly God. That's it. He's my friend. If you like Only Built for Cuban Links, Iron Man era Woo, mid-90s Woo, West Side Gun, Fly God. Now, here's what I'm really going to put over. Venomous Concept.
Oh, this is heavy. I'm
Now,
in.
how about when I put you down, what does Venomous Concept mean? And you were like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it blew my mind.
Venomous, what is venomous? You help me.
Poison.
What is a concept?
Idea.
Poison idea. Venomous Concept.
Okay.
It's Dan Lilka's new band with everybody from...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's everybody from Napalm Death and Nuclear Assault and Brutal Truth, and it's hard punk rock. It's not metal. It's not...
It's good
Did
as
I
fuck.
send you...
Yep.
if anybody believes me, it's because Gavin will be like, yo, man, honestly, I love you. You're my brother, but this ain't my twist.
Yeah.
I sent it to him, and he was like, yo, Pop.
I'm doing the
Excellent. Venomous Concept. They have a couple albums, but the new shit is called Kick Me Silly. It's just hard vibes. Like, it's not melodic. It's not. It's
There ain't nothing nice about it.
There ain't nothing nice. It ain't nothing nice. It's hard. I was like, yo, did you hear the new Dan Lilka shit? And he was basically like, why would I? Dickhead.
How dare you?
Like,
dickhead.
Because he was basically like, why would I hear new Dan Lilka shit? And I was like, test this out. And
it's good. He's good.
She's good.
I was like, try this out for size, Grumpy.
Is it an album?
true.
Full album?
Yeah, no, there's like 3.
Right.
But there's a genius and venomous concept against Poison Idea.
Absolutely.
You follow me?
Absolutely.
That's kind of cool, and all the Poison Idea dudes marked out and like.
Absolutely.
So for me, you know, the venomous concept stuff, Dan Lilka, awesome. The Napalm Death dudes, Brutal Truth, all together. But like I said, West Side Gun, Fly God, and with that said, this is the Broad Street Breakdown.
Episode 13.
This is the 13th.
Lucky 13?
Evil number,
Yeah, it is.
Lucky 13. Thank you so much for listening. What's the iTunes shit, Sicko?
Well, hit us up with any questions for the show, or if you want to advertise on the show. Our email is info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. Download the show on our website, broadstreetbreakdown.com. You go through the iTunes, whatever. If you like us, go onto the iTunes. Write some nice words about us.
Do a thing. Look, let me tell you something. Do a little thing.
Something with the stars.
Write
Give
a
us
little
couple
gimmick,
of
put the
stars.
things. And
Get on
let me
the
tell you
line.
something. There's been a fucking thing that's been happening. I'm going to tell you about this thing. Johnny Marr did a little gimmick, and you'll never hear it because they put Sicko over.
We're back to this again. I don't even
Pablo,
care. I have it. I'm happy.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Professor Fitness says, stay healthy.
Stay informed.
That's not even a good ending.
No, it's not.
Gavin, can you end it well? Because that was corny.
Pablo Goodbody and his funky hairdo say good night.
Keep reaching for the stars.
Reach for the stars, fuckos.